I'm new. I'm new. I'm new.
Hello. Hello. Hi Eugen. Hi Puckered. Hello Frozen. Hi Chant. Hi Nautical. Hi Random. Hello Oblige. Hello Mora. Hello Basser. Hello Hippie. Hello Gino. Hello Nightorito. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze in the beginning of my stream. Oof, never mind, I'm not. Hi guys. Ugh. Hi Kyle. Hikari. Hello. Hello. I'm not late. Hold on. Let me swap my scenes. Hello. Oh my god, one of my cats just farted. Awful timing. That is. Hi guys. Welcome to the hand rating stream. Welcome. I have all my hand submissions right here. Let me get closer. Do you like my outfit? Look. I have my little fitsies out. I can't sneeze, I'm trying. I can't. You like my tail? I also have the cat version with my little collar. Hi her, hello. You see your hand? Yeah, I think in total I got 20 submissions. Or 20 or 21 submissions. I'm excited. I'm very happy that people wanted to participate. I'm very grateful. Hi Pixel. Yes, it's kimono. Feet for free, yes. I can undress my feet as well, hold on. They look so cute. Da-dun! Wait. Da-dun! Wait. Da-dun. Look at those little footsies. They look so cute. Looking at the hands, the hands look very cute. What about my bowl? I think it looks very nice. Meow? 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 Getting my fingerprints stolen? What? Hi, robot. Hi, Rain. Work may consume my life, but I can still do this much. I appreciate it. Thank you for submitting your hand. Gooners, all of you. Okay. So I thought that I can rate the hands based on some stuff. The first one is overall visual appeal. So when I look at the photo of the hand, what do I feel? What does it make me feel? Does it make me feel inspired? Does it make me feel happy? Does it make me feel depressed? Does it make me feel angry for some reason? The second one is hair, whether on the arm, if the arm part is visible, or hair on the hand part itself, or on the fingers and stuff. The third one is the nails. How long are the nails? How wide are the nails? Whether the nail beds themselves are long or short. Whether the nails are in good condition or if they've been obliterated. And the fourth one is chewability. And that is a very subjective rating because actually all of them are subjective. I guess technically all of them are subjective. Chewability will be based on whether I want to chew them or not and clench my teeth around them. And these will be on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay? Sorry, I'm gonna be sneezing a lot. It's gonna annoy you, but I'm gonna be sneezing a lot. Not sneezing, snuffing, sniffling. What in the hand am I looking at? Hand photos. Let's zoom in. Zoom in, zoom. There they are. Look at them. Alright. We can start if you guys want. I don't know if I should wait. If anyone else wants to join in, because I'm gonna leave the VOD up. So I think we should start. The first photo you can see is from Pixel. Those are a lot of photos that he sent, and I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the dedication with a lot of photos. Hi, Cupid. Yeah, chewing nails. Some of the nails that we will see are a little bit chewed, which is fine. I also chew my nails. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to judge the overall appearance, I guess, but not the act of chewing the nails. Welcome back. So, Pixel's hand. I really like this hand. The fingers are kind of short compared to the actual... What do you call this part of the hand? I know the bottom part you call it a palm, but what do you call the top part? The top of the palm? The top of the hand? What do you call it? I would say the fingers are a little bit short, but I like them. They're very nicely shaped. No crooked or anything like that. Not that if the fingers are crooked are usually minded. I guess it has to do with the combination of how the fingers look. Hi Liz, hello. I just started, welcome in. Happy Saturday everyone. Oh, just the back of the hand. Okay. Fun fact, I mainly started to grow out my nails to stop me from chewing them. I did that last summer for like a month. I don't know how I decided to just start doing it because I've been biting my nails. Not too bad. I just usually bite it up until where my finger starts. I don't know how to say it. But I made a bet with myself that I could go 1 month without chewing my nails, and I somehow did it. And then I went like 3 or 4 months without chewing my nails, and then I cracked, and I obliterated them. Anyway, very nice hand. Let's see, overall visuals. What would I give this from a scale of 1 to 10? Let me think about it. Let me look at it and think about it. From a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this hand a very, 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 very intense and sexual and gratifying 7.5! Should I do 0.5 or should I just do 7, 8? I guess I didn't think that far. I will do a very solid 7.5. I have decided. I will be keeping notes off screen. I hope that's okay. Where's my notepad? I've misplaced my notepad. How are you guys doing today, by the way? Are you having a nice day? A lot of you are probably celebrating Easter. Or not celebrating it, but Easter is happening in your countries. Easter is happening next week for me, because we are Orthodox here. We're plebeians, so we celebrate next week. Remember, always I light up. I light up? What? Oh yeah, he said that specifically. Because he had surgery on his pinky. Actually, I just realized, I don't know how visible this is for you guys. Can you see it well enough? I guess what is important is that I see it well enough. Hi Dark, hi MG. Hi, welcome in. So yeah, Pixel said that because he got surgery on his tendon on his little finger, on his pinky when he was a kid, when he not flexes, the opposite. When he curls his finger into a fist, his little thingy always sticks out, his little pinky, which is very cute. Actually, you know what? For that, I will give you an 8 on overall visual appeal, because that is a little bit of a quirk. And I like a little bit of a quirk, so let's see. Pixel! Pixel's hand. Overall, I almost said overall sex appeal. Imagine the overall sex appeal of a hand. Overall visual appeal is a very solid, very nifty, very handy 8.5. I really, really like it. Secondly, hair. Either forearm hair, hand hair, or hair on the fingers. I don't really see any hair. A little bit on the forearm, and maybe some moles as well. Very decent, very decent. I do personally, this entire stream is very subjective. I do personally like a little bit of a hairy hand or forearm. So I will give the hair a 4. Which still is fine. Still recovering from illness. Are you feeling any better? Do you want to know very cursed knowledge about hands? I would love to know very cursed knowledge about hands. What is it? Please tell me. Now we make another bet to not do it for a month. Yeah, I would like to grow out my nails again. I'm going on a trip in 2 weeks, and I will bite the bullet and just put fake nails for a while, just so I can feel prettier and feel more feminine. Sorry, I just punched my mic accidentally. Alright, here, number 4. Wow. Number 3 is nails. And when we say nails, we mean nail length, nail width, the overall state of the nails. Are you a chewer? Are you a biter? Are you a masturbator? Those nails look pretty decent to me. Decent plus actually. I wouldn't call them pretty wide. They're very regular. In all regards, I would say they're very regular. Regular width, regular length. Very clean, very shiny. They look very healthy. It doesn't look like you chew on your nails, or if you do, it's not very noticeable, just like when I do it. At least, thankfully enough, when I chew them, it's not super noticeable, unless I'm really stressed and I really go ham on them, I guess. So yeah, very nice nails, I would say. I will give the nails 7. 7.5. 0.5 because they look very healthy and you also don't bite them. And the 4th one is chewability. Chewability is probably something I could spend a lot of time on, like thinking about. I would say, actually, should we do chewability also on a scale of 1 to 10, or should chewability be just a yes or no thing? I'm trying to think. Let's read a hand fact before I decide. The ratio of the length of the pointed finger and ring finger tells you about a guy's level of testosterone in fetal development and young age. The ratio of the length of the pointed finger and ring finger tells you about a guy's level of testosterone in fetal development. Oh, what? Is that true? Interesting. Something I've heard as a joke, like an inside joke from like comedy shows and stuff, like comedy movies, is something about the thumb. From the base of the thumb to the tip of the pointer, that's how big a guy is or something? Or is that not actually true? We also added quirks in our hands. I will tell when it's my turn. Not necessarily. If it's a visual quirk, I guess. I hid bras in vintage store. Nice. Don't even bite my nails. Please don't bite nails, it's bad. I mean, it's not really bad, it's whatever. Visually can get really unappealing, I guess. Hi, Danny. I'll click on that link later. Chewability. Let's see. Chewability. I would say a 4. I will chew on this hand, but you have a partner, and I don't know if she would be comfortable with that. So I would rather keep it at a very low score for chewability. Overall, now, how do I figure out what the overall score is? Do I add all numbers and then do divide by 4? Any smart people in chat that can help me with this? I didn't think this through, I'm so sorry. It's overall visual appeal, hair, nails, and chewability. So it's 4 conditions. Do I just add all 4 conditions and then divide by 4? How do I do it? Tell me, please.
Please. Please. Please tell me. Please. Please.
No one is sure why it works like that, but it's consistent and statistically significant. Interesting, okay. Hello, cute burp with the big bow. Hi, Reverie. Okay, let me pull up calculator. Let's see. Or should I? I guess I should do that in the end, right? Personally, I would just go by vibe. Go by vibe. Depends if every condition has the same weight in the score. So out of everyone, we have overall visual appeal, hair, nails, and chewability. Out of all of them, I would say the overall visual appeal would hold more weight. Because that's the thing you notice when you first look at a hand. You notice the whole thing, and then you pick apart like the details and stuff. You can do that unless you want to weight the number towards one category. Just vibe, no math. 910S89A78B65. Okay, wait, hold on. 910 would be S. 89 would be A. 78 would be B.
67
would be C. Yeah. 56 would be D. I think we only have D here, up to D. Yeah, no F. Yeah, we can go up to D. I.e., if the first one count more, you can add it twice and divide by 5 instead. Now I wish I took more pictures. To be fair, that was an error on my end because I only allowed for 1 picture in the Google Forms. I should have allowed for more pictures. But then a few people thought that they could do like a collage and send that to me. And obviously I wouldn't say no to that, so. Okay, the second one. I have to make sure, let me see. Because I feel like I pretty much remember every single hand picture. Like which hand belongs to which person. Because I've looked at them a lot. Yeah, so this one, the second one, I will do the mean average, what do you call it? The mean average at the end, okay? So let's move on to the next hand. The next hand belongs to Alan Rickman. This is a code name. I don't know who this is. I have a bit of a theory for who this could be, but let's just say Alec Rickman for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with overall visual appeal. Very good, I would say. I really like the veins. It's a veiny hand. Not very veiny, but ever so slightly veiny. I really like the... What do you call the little bumps here? Do you call them knuckles? Those are the knuckles, right? The fingers are really nice. The nails, I cannot see them all too well. They look quite short. The nail bed itself looks quite short, but the thumb is like probably my favorite finger. The nail bed on the thumb looks pretty big and kind of wide. The thumb itself looks pretty meaty, which I really, really like. They are cold knuckles, okay? Yes, I've been looking at the hands. I really like them. I really like If not all of them, most of them. Overall visual appeal. I would say definitely a 9. Definitely a 9. I will say, it might happen where as I'm going through those hands, I might want to go back and change my ratings to some other hands. I hope I don't offend anyone by doing that. It's just because, you know, I want to be truthful. And I want to be fair to everyone, so I might change my ratings at some point. So this one, overall visual appeal, 9! Mr. Alan Rickman. Very nice. Very nice first impression. Should memorize them all. Hi, God of Wisdom. Hello. I bet you like holding hands too, you pervert. I do, yeah. And I always get insecure about how sweaty my hands are. 2. Hair. There is surprisingly no hair on this hand. I don't see any hair. Granted, I cannot really see the forearm, and that's usually where most of the hair is, but no hair on the back part of the hand, no hair on the fingers, which is fine. I usually like my men with more hair, but this doesn't have to do with whether I like the person that comes with the hand. Is just the hand. So there's no hair, which I wouldn't normally like, but the hand looks good enough on its own. So even though it has no hair, I will put a 6 on the hair. My rating will be 6. Does that make sense? Probably not, but we will go with it. Because even though it doesn't have any hair, it doesn't need it. Sometimes the hair carries the hand. The same way the beard or the mustache can carry a man's face. Does it make sense? I feel like I sound insane. It does make sense. Listen, it's a science. Liking hands is a science. I take it very seriously. Me currently looking at my hands. Why? What's wrong with them? I'm your mom. Libby likes her men like she likes her cats. Oh my god, what does that mean? I don't like them that hairy. So yeah, hair, I give it not a 6, let's say a 5. A 5. Number 3 is nails. Like I said before, I cannot see them very clearly. They do seem to be on the shorter side. The actual nail bed, the length is usually short on men anyway, but the nail bed is a little bit shorter. Like I said before, the nail on the thumb looks to be pretty long, the nail bed, and pretty wide, which I really like. I would say decent. Quite decent. Quite decent. Not my favorite, but I definitely wouldn't pass on holding that hand, which is very good in my book. So, I will give the nails a 5. A 5 out of 10. Number 4, chewability. I would most likely want to chew this hand. Especially the thumb. The thumb looks really good. Maybe this part of the hand. I could see myself clenching teeth around these parts. I would give chewability a solid 7.
A solid 6-7. 6-7. A solid 6-7.
I kind of get it. Like it ties it all together. The hair, right? Exactly. Absolutely it does. Like, I have always preferred men with a lot of body hair. Oh, or let's say a lot of facial hair. Beards, mustaches. But I have seen men that have not a lick of hair on their body or on their face, but they look stunning, and it's because they have really good facial proportions. Like, they have really high cheekbones, they have intense eyebrows, or really nice eye color, blah blah blah. Okay, and that was Alan Rickman. Let's move forward. Third contestant is this beautiful person called number 3 is Her Wilhelm. which is who is, sorry, in chat right now. Okay, I'm gonna shave. No, why you wanna shave? I'm just gonna do homework in the background. Say my name when it's to me. Okay, I will call out your name. I have moved to the balcony. That hand be pretty vascular. Good for watching as it clenches things. Okay, that is one thing that I lose my mind over, is a guy doing just regular things and like clenching his arms and forearms. I'm like, oh, wow. Very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so this hand belongs to Herr Wilhelm. Beautiful, as you can see. The first thing that you notice when you look at this hand is how beautiful, majestic, and long these nails are. And they look pretty healthy as well. So, number 1, overall visuals.
I'm gonna be honest, fellers. It's a 10 plus.
Am I even allowed to give a 10 plus? If the scale is from 1 to 10, can I give a 10 plus? I am the judge. I will do whatever I want. I give this hand an 11. No, sorry. Okay, a 10. I give this hand a 10 when it comes to overall visual appeal. I think it's generally really hard. Not really hard. It's a struggle for most people to grow nails that long and have them like maintained. And if I remember correctly, you are generally like, you use your hands quite a lot, which is even more impressive to me that you would ever be able to maintain nails long like that. You also get a bonus because I know you have a pretty much boho hippie aesthetic, and I really like to think, like I like the combination of the hippie boho, Dungeons and Dragons, medieval roleplay, LARPing. I like all of that stuff in combination with really long nails, that are colored and they look really healthy. Does that make sense? I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, a 10 on visual appeal. Up to 11? Can I go up to 11? If we talk about German emperors, it's either Heinrich, Konrad, or Wilhelm. I kind of like Wilhelm. And Wilhelm also is the Wilhelm scream, right? The one that goes, oh! That one. That I had no idea that comes from the 50s. That broke my mind one day. I don't remember. Someone shared it with me as a fun fact on stream, and I was like, "Whoa, it's that old? That SFX is that old? That's crazy." Those are using hands? Wow, impressively upkept. Also, really nice choice in nail color. Now, that was for the visual appeal. Sorry, I talked a lot. It's a 10 for me, Chief. Second, hair. I cannot really see any hair, but thank you for the headband. I cannot see any hair, but once again, I will say this particular hand does not need any hair. Maybe it could benefit from a little bit of hair, like blonde, ginger type hair. The fingers are really nice, so they look really strong. Those are thick fingers, but they're not like chubby or fat fingers. Which is not to say that chubby or fat fingers are bad, because I really like chubby and fat hands. What was I saying? I got off the track. Yeah, those fingers are a little bit wide, but they look very strong if you look at this part. I don't know, something about these parts makes me think they're strong. I don't know. What do you mean? It's all her. Wait, what? What does that mean? What do you mean? Also, the fingers are kind of red. I don't know if that's natural or if it was cold when you took this photo, but I really like that. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but both of those hands belong to her, obviously. You can tell by the nails. I think, if I remember correctly, this one is the most recent photo, and this is an older one, because I remember seeing this way back in the day. So when it comes to hair, again, I don't really mind the absence on hair on this hand. I would give it a 5 out of 5, I think. 5.5, sorry. 5.5 out of 10. Why can I not speak? A 5.5 out of 10 on the hair. Nails. Nails.
Snails. When it comes to nails, I think I will give this an absolute biggest 10 out of 10 because these nails are beautiful. They are so long, they look very strong, they look very thick, they look very healthy, and I really like the colors. I think my favorite color is the purple because I like the color purple. So I will give these nails a 10 out of 10 rating. This is absolutely beautiful. It makes my day even better knowing that a hand like this exists in real life.
Not a hand that nails like that exist in real life. But the hand is beautiful as well. So yeah, I don't think I will change my mind on that moving forward. It's a 10 out of 10 on the nails. Very good job, her. Please keep going. Oh, I was thinking it was gonna be the old head pad. The old head pad, unfortunately, only works with the other software that I use to do the VTuber model stuff. I got straight chode sausage fingers. What is chode? What is a chode? Is that like chud?
Little band-aid.
This is not Elmo, no. This is not Elmo.
It's not easy being green.
Chewability. Now, chewability on this one is... I feel like I would chew it. Maybe. But that is not exactly the response that it awakens in me. I want to be fair and I want to be honest with you. The response this hand inspires in me is to hold it and maybe embrace it, not really chew it. I feel like if I were to chew this hand, I would show not disrespect. Am I taking this too seriously? Wait, hold on. I'm like, if I were to chew on this hand, it would be disrespectful. I feel like it looks very elegant, and it's not just because of the nails. Something about the absence of hair, it's not very veiny, so it could very well pass as a female hand. And the first reaction I get is wanting to hold it and just, you know, keep it safe, I guess. Please, we need more details. What I want to say is I would not eat this hand. Okay? This is my cannibal confession. I would not smash this hand. Please, no one explain to her what a chode is. Okay, is it something very disgusting? If you wanted to use tears, this would be a good control hand for S tier. I think I'm gonna do tears at the end. For the first part, I want to look at all of the hands and just give them some ratings based on the 4 conditions, and then do add all of the numbers and do the dividing and stuff like that, and decide on the final tier list. Meow meow meow. They are very chewable though. I could see them being chewable. They're not chubby, they're not fat, but I wouldn't really call them very skinny. I wouldn't call them meaty either. They're regular, I guess. Again, the fingers are wider than I would expect, but they look strong wide, not fat wide. So, chewability, I would give it a 3. I will give it a 3, but in brackets I will write, I would much rather hold it instead. Just to, you know, to clarify that it's not about a disrespect. I would chew it if push comes to shove, but I would rather hold it. Hi, Marno. Noted. I'm tired. I want to be a cat now. Achoo! Okay, I'm a cat. Let's continue. Hi, Joe. Welcome in. Today I'm doing my hand rating review and tier list stream.
This is very important stuff. So if you wanna watch this stream, you better sit down and pay attention. Okay? Okay?
Would you sit on this hand? Would I sit on this hand? That is not one of my conditions. I do not feel inclined to respond to your question. Maybe I would sit on it, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, 5, I would sit on it. Tired of being human? Oh no. Why? Let's move to the next one. This one, oh, why is it cut off? Okay, there was more to it. What about those 2 fingers? Okay, this is Eugen's hands, I remember. Hold on. Number 4. Eugen. Eugen. Hi, Bunny. Hi, happy Saturday, happy new month. Today I'm doing my hand review and tier list stream. This is a Donathon reward stream, so if you feel like hanging out while I look at hands and take this stream very, very seriously and go in depth about why I like them or don't like them, so feel free to stick around. Alright. You were tired, then you became a cat. I was tired, then I sneezed, then I became a cat. Alright. Eugen hand. Overall, visual appeal and first impressions. I really liked it. Even though the past couple of years I've been gravitating towards more wide and thick looking hands, I cannot say no to a very skinny hand with very long fingers. Also, the way the hand is physically, it makes me think that you might be tall. Or if you're not tall, you're definitely very skinny. Maybe even underweight. I'm just realizing now that maybe what I said could be perceived as rude. Because I said very skinny and maybe underweight. I don't mean it in a bad way, I'm sorry. I mean it to say that you're a little bit twinky. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to be a twinkle, don't worry. Yeah, I really like the fingers. None of them are crooked or anything like that, which again, I don't mind a little bit of crookedness. Very straight, very kind of bulby at the end, not pointy or anything like that. I cannot see the nails because it's just the palm of the hand. I like the lines on the hand. They're a little bit. This part is a little bit interesting because usually you would expect to have a line that runs in the middle here, that gets to here, like this one here, if you can see. But this part has no line, so that's interesting. It has a lot of tiny spots that you can look at. A small vein here. This vein is very interesting. Like, why is this vein so curvy? This is not a hand line, I don't think. I think this is a vein. Very interesting. I'm a little bit bummed out because the side has cropped the top of the thingy, so you cannot see that all of their fingers are actually very curvy. I don't know, some people, their fingers, like the top of their fingers is a little bit square, a little bit wider. Those fingers are very nice and curvy. I like that. Overall visual appeal. I would give it a solid 7.5, I think. I would have liked it more. Sorry, am I taking it too seriously? I don't know. It's like someone has entered a modeling competition and I'm like, I would have liked it more if you were thinner or something. I want to say I would have liked it more if the thumb was a little bit chubbier, just because I like wider thumbs. But your thumb is fine. Anyway, it's not bad. I'm getting self-conscious now. Anyway, 7.5. Hi, Ruby. No, I didn't see yours yet. Also, hi, Toby. Thank you very much for the head pat. You're very, very short. Oh, I think you've shared that before, actually. I think I've had the same assumption before. Maybe when I first saw your hand. I think maybe I said something like, are you very tall? And you said, no, I'm the opposite. I'm very short. And I was like, oh, unexpected. Toonie, I will not answer your question. Then proceed giving me the answer. Shush. Hands are weird. Oh man, I could have not disagreed more. Chewing and holding are not mutually exclusive. I guess if you hold a hand up to your face and you chew on it, yeah, you can do that. Burb, I'm a dumbass. I waited for my mood meds to be over to ask the medic for a receipt to get more, but yesterday was holiday, so I will stay without meds for around 5 days. Oh my god. Definitely don't stay without food. Depending on depending on how high of a dosage you're on, definitely make sure to have enough food around so you don't suffer too much from the, withdrawal symptoms. I didn't know you were rating hands. I didn't send a pic of mine. I pinged a lot. I had Google Forms up for a month, to be fair, so I don't know. I mentioned it like every stream and stuff. There's not much I can do if you didn't see it. I'm gonna need to go walk the dog, so I'll be AFK for like an hour. Yeah, go do your thing. Thank you for joining though. Honestly, you're taking it seriously is quite entertaining. Really? Nice. My day is going alright today. I'm a little bit stressed, but I'm doing alright. You know what's weirder than hands? Feet. Yes, I don't like feet that much. I like drawn feet a little bit, but yeah. I've got very, very large hands. See, I would have liked to see that, Toby. Because I really like hands. And my favorite types of hands are big and wide hands. When I was younger, I liked more skinny hands with skinny fingers, like Twinkie looking hands, but yeah. Anyway, huge in hand. This hand, this beautiful, beautiful hand. Overall visual appeal, I said again, 7.5. Let's move on to hair. I cannot see if there's any hair because it's the front of the hand, the palm of the hand. So we will put a 4 on the hair because I cannot see if there's any hair. And I cannot see the back of the hand, so I don't know if the hand can be carried with or without hair, okay? A 4 is pretty solid though. Dongulus, hi! Sorry, I feel like I keep talking. I wanna turn into a human again, so I can be less hyper. I'm back. Okay. How you doing, Mr. Dongulus? Mr. Dongulus? Discord, I'm basically just looking sweetie and sister messages. I'm having so much ping that I'm desensitized by every ping. Okay, I don't know what to... I cannot do anything about that. I don't know. You can either like mute servers who ping a lot, but I mentioned it on streams as well and also on Twitter, so again, I don't know. I'm good. I'm in New Mexico right now, so a roadrunner for the first time. Wow, roadrunners are a real thing. I didn't know that.
Please go back to rating hands and bed face for a second. Okay. Number 3 is nails. I cannot see the nails. This is a photo of the front of the hand, so I cannot see the nails, so I will be not rating the nails. I will give the nails a 1. 1, 1. Wow, wow, wow. 1, 1. Number 4 is chewability. When it comes to chewability, I think I would give this hand a 9. And that is because it's a very long hand. It's a very long and skinny hand with very skinny fingers. There are many parts here that you can chew. The thumb is very long. The pointed finger is very long. Every single finger is very, very long. The palm itself, instead of being very wide, is very elongated. It's very nice. I think it would make a very nice chewing material. Because this hand is very skinny, there is not a lot of meat on these bones. So chewing on this hand will be very crunchy. And the texture will be very nice. Therefore, I will give the chewability of this hand a solid 9 out of 10. Like a 9, 9, 9, 9. Like a 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
They're large, but lots of cuts and scars from work. Oh, that would be interesting to see, though. That would be interesting to see because those would be hands. Those would be hands that I would like to see. Because those are hands that have lived a lot of life and they have worked a lot. Also, back, my dad is already out with a dog. Oh, that's nice. They're going to walk together. Dad bore Ross. Dad bore Ross like Bob Ross. Not Bob Ross. Interesting stream. Yes, it's a Donathon reward stream. So I'm rating viewers' hands. One person that sent me hand photos is not a viewer, I think, because I don't recognize their name at all. But yeah, this was open to everyone, not just viewers. So this one, we're moving on to this hand. This hand, if I remember correctly, is from Horus the Boris, the Greek American that has a cat. And yeah, he's the one that calls me the feta stealer because I'm Greek and I really like feta. So let's see. Let's write down Horus the Boris. Number 1, overall visual appeal. I would say the overall visual appeal of this hand is I do like the forearm hair that is slowly creeping on the back of the hand. I do like that. That's a nice detail, and that also shows me that he is probably quite hairy. I don't know on his body, but definitely on his forearms. And I generally really like a lot of forearm hair. The knuckles are not very present. He's a little bit on the chubbier side, which is really cute because that makes for a wider hand and a lot more comfortable to hold and maybe even chew on. Long fingers. I love how, dude, his thumb, I thought about this before because I've looked at his photos a lot. His thumb reminds me of like a caterpillar or like a slug. It's so thick. The thumb alone is a 10 out of 10 on chewability. I would eviscerate this thumb. The thumb looks delectable. So what would I give it overall visual appeal? I have looked at the photos before quite a few times, but I haven't done the ratings in my head. So I'm trying to be as natural as I can with the ratings. Overall visual appeal. Making mouth noises makes me it helps me think. I will give this an 8. I will give this an 8. It looks like a strong hand. If I were to hold this hand, I think I would feel fairly safe. It's also attached to someone who is quite funny. That is always a plus. I really like the fingers. I think the fingers pull everything together because they're quite long. The main part of the hand, the back of the hand, is quite wide, and the fingers are very long, which is usually not what I expect. Usually when I see a very wide back of the hand, I expect the fingers to be very short and stubbly, which I love, by the way. But the fingers are very long. An 8. An 8 is right. Guys, is bird a cannibal? No. No, I'm not. Feta stealer? Is that feta? Fetish? Oh my god. No, it's not a fetish. Wait, this is yours? Wait, Kyle, this is yours? No, wait, really? Oh no, and I thought I was proud for remembering, right? I feel so embarrassed now. Oh man, shit, I'm so sorry, Kyle. Let me see, where's my Google Forms list? Oh no, Kyle, you probably hate me now. Oh my, Kyle, you probably hate me now. I'm so sorry. It is yours. It is yours, you're right. Don't be mad at me. It was an honest mistake. I was way too confident because I looked at the photos a lot and I was like, yeah, I don't need to look at the Google Forms. I remember whose hand this is. Okay, I think the next one belongs to Horace then. So originally it would be a 7.5. And then I changed it to an 8. Knowing it's Kyle's hands, I wouldn't say I will change my rating. Make it higher or lower. I will keep it the same. Overall, decent plus hand. I love you, Kyle. Please don't be mad at me. I do like finger food, yeah. Hi, Horace. Oh my god, you're here. Nice, Horace. Maybe you can tell me if this is your hand, if I remember correctly. Or if I'm a complete disgusting fraud. I mean, you still complimented my hands. I just didn't want to take any credit for my wonderful... I cannot speak. I just didn't want anyone to take credit for my wonderful hand. It is a very nice hand. I would 100% hold this hand. So, 2. Hair. Like I said before, there is a little bit of hair creeping out towards the base of the back of the hand, which I really like. Since you're here, Kyle, I guess you can tell me if you want, if you have a hairy forearm, because I feel like you might have a really hairy forearm, which is really good in my book. The fingers don't seem to have any hair on it, maybe just a tiny bit, which is fine. I will admit that I do like it when guys have hair on their fingers. I don't know why. I guess it's a very like something about my teenage or like young adult brain always registered that as very like masculine, having like, you know, this part of the hand having hair on it, or like the fingers and stuff. What would I give it on hair? Mwah, 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 mwah. A 6? Or a 5.5? Meow, meow, meow. Thank you for the cookie. Light color hair, but lots of it. Right. You're like a dirty blonde, aren't you, Kyle? Or would that still be considered brunette? I don't know. I would consider that dirty blonde, at least your beard, maybe ginger. I would give it a 6 on hair. Not a lot of hair visible at all, but I do like the detail of this part being ever so slightly covered in hair. Meow. Which is strange because hairy knuckles is a unisex gene. I know, I have hairy... Would you still call it hairy knuckles if you have hair on your toes? I'm a little bit embarrassed by it. It's not super dark, but I have a little bit of hair on my toes. When I used to have a very like active social life, especially during the summer, I would always shave it down there because I was like, ugh. I don't want to go to the beach and have people look at my hairy toes. As a girl, I didn't... Anyway. I should mention my hand is backdropped by a dump truck steering wheel. Isn't this your hand? I think so. Anyway. So, hair, I give it a 6. Nails. Nails are not super visible. The nail bed looks quite short. The thumbnail looks decently sized. It looks quite wide, which again is something I love on thumbnails, on thumbs in general. Pretty regular looking nails, nothing really stands out. They do complement the fingers really well. Sometimes it doesn't really happen often because I feel like even when people are ugly or they have certain body parts that are like weird looking, I feel like most of us are generally pretty harmonious when it comes to like our facial proportions. So even if we have like a giant nose, the giant nose, weirdly enough, is harmonious with the rest of the face. You know what I mean? Even if one of your shoulders is like a little bit skewed, or like your posture is a little bit weird, maybe you have something else that kind of balances it out, if that makes sense. So sometimes you will see people that have like really, really beautiful long ass fingers and their nails are super short, naturally, like the actual nail bed. Not that they chew their nails, but they just have natural super, super short nails. That's kind of like the case with my sister. She has generally pretty long fingers, beautiful fingers, but her nails are super short and very, very square. She takes from my father. So her hands, I still really like her hands, but they look a little bit goofy. They look very young and very old at the same time because, like, you know, long fingers and very short nail beds. In hindsight, I should have shown both sides. It's absolutely fine because, like I said before, when I first released the Google Forms, I didn't really allow people to post more than one photo. That was my bad. So please don't worry about it. Especially for the people who only show one side of the hand, I will try my best to be fair and look at many parts of the hand to make sure that it's a solid review overall. Hands for days. Hi, Clueless. Hold on, let me hydrate. Talking so much about hands. Oh my god. And I want to keep looking at my other ratings as well to take more, like, you know, for reference. So the nails. A little bit on the shorter side, the actual nail badge. I would give it a. I would give it a. 5.5. I'm dirty and also dirty blonde. Oh my god, control yourself. Control yourself, child. I'm dirty and also dirty blonde. I have exactly 2 hair on a single one of my knuckles. Exactly 2 hair. It's like one of those cartoon characters that I only have like 2 tiny hairs, like Ten or whatever his name is. Habit mode, that sounds cute. I don't know how to do but my hair is dirty blonde and my beard is red. I'm just dirty. Hair, toes, and fingers go together from the same gene, I think. Really? I don't have hairy knuckles at all. I don't know, I have a weird thing where like the hairs on my thighs and my back are like blonde for some reason. Anyway. So nails we gave a 5 out of 5. 4 is chewability. I will be honest with you. Like I said before, the thumb alone is a 10 out of 10. Look at that thumb. Look at that thumb. You know what that thumb reminds me of? The way it's shaped? Look at this fidget toy and look at this hand. That alone makes me want to dig into this and like actually cut it off with my teeth. This alone, this is like the slug in Timon and Pumbaa. This. Do you guys remember how tasty the bugs looked in this thing? You guys remember how tasty that shit looks? It was literal bugs, like caterpillars and shit. And beetles and worms, and you were like, oh my god, slimy yet satisfied, exactly. Exactly, slimy yet satisfied. It looks so good, I don't know why. I love it. It looks like a gummy slug. Tony, do you remember the dance party in Trigger's base on the server? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was a fun time. So yeah, chewability for the thumb alone, I feel like it's a 10 out of 10. But since it's like overall hand chewability and not just thumb chewability, I would give this a 8. I want to say I would give this an 8 on chewability, which is more than decent. Been a while since I watched that movie. I don't really like the first movie at all, and it's all because of the Mufasa death scene. Man, that was really hard to watch as a kid. Really, really hard to watch as a kid. Almost as hard as the Fox and the Hound movie. Okay. Thank you very much, Kyle, for submitting your hand. And thank you much to everyone so far that I've looked at. Thank you very much for taking the time and submitting your hand. I really appreciate it. Let's look at the next one. Now, I think this hand is from Horus the Boris. Let me make sure that it is him. Whoa, you watched Lion King at the cinema? Wow, that's crazy. I watched Tarzan at the cinema. It was the first... Was it the first movie I've ever watched? I think so, because it was the entire family and I was like a toddler. This is Horrors the Boris. Nice. The Never-Ending Story had a very traumatic death scene and it was a kids movie. The Never-Ending Story. Was that a cartoon movie? Also, I have a great timing in checking in. Nice. Such a cute way of saying Tarzan. Tarzan. Tarzan? In Greek, it's Tarzan. Tarzan! Tarzan. Don't tell me it's Tarzan. 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 I don't know Tarzan. Okay. Horus the Boris. Horus the Boris. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1. Overall visual appeal. I would say... How does this make me feel when I look at this? It makes me feel pretty solid inside. I will be honest, it looks dry as shit. This hand looks dry as shit. It looks like you've been touching asphalt. Like you've been groping some asphalt all day. But the weird thing is that it doesn't really take away from the visual appeal of the hand. It adds a bit of a rugged look to it, you know what I mean? So I don't really mind it. Also a little bit wrinkly on the bottom and where the knuckles would be, like on the underside, which I like. Again, it adds to the overall aesthetic of the hand. I really like the hand lines. The thumb looks really nice. It looks really meaty, quite long. It looks quite long for how big the hand is. I feel like I would have expected it to be shorter. The palm itself is quite big. It's longer than it is wide, which is interesting. So then this makes me think that you're either tall and big-bodied, not fat or chubby necessarily, but big-bodied, like big boned, like you have a big back. Big arms, big back. Like, that is what this hand is like. This is a translation of this hand in my head. It's a meaty hand. Not necessarily fat though, you know what I mean? I like the fingers. Not really on the short side, quite wide. They kind of look like sausages, which makes me want to take them apart with my teeth, which is a good thing, by the way. What else? I like it. I like it. It's an 8. It's an 8. Overall visual appeal, it's an 8. It wasn't a cartoon movie. Ah, I see. I posted them whenever you want to see. I know. Your hands are... here. It's this one, right? We have quite a bit to go still. Don't worry about it if you cannot stay on the stream, because I will publish the VOD so you can catch up with it. I don't eat the hands. I actually don't even... Chewability? The chewability condition is a little bit of a bullshit one, because I don't ever chew on hands. I am a teeth clencher. That's what I like to do. I like to put my teeth around something and clench, not really chew. Makes me feel really nice. The pressure gets to my brain. The pressure from the teeth clenching goes directly into my brain and helps me achieve I don't know, something. Where was I? Oh yeah, overall visual appeal on Horus the Boar's hand is an 8. Number 2, hair. I cannot see if there's any hair, but I also cannot see the back of the hand. But I feel like this hand would not need hair to look good. I keep saying that because I'm a really big fan of hair on forearms or like hands and knuckles and stuff. So if I cannot see hair, I need to rationalize. If I'm going to give a high rating, I'm going to need to rationalize it because I like hair. So if there's not hair present, why would I give it a high score? It's because the hand carries by itself and it doesn't need any hair, which is a good thing. So I would give this hand a 4.5 on hair because I haven't seen the front. I haven't seen the back of the hand, how the fingers, the nails look from the back of the hand. So I'm not super confident that it would look super good without hair, but I'm willing to believe, okay? I want to believe, just like Mulder from the X-Files. Number 3. Wait. Number 2 is hair, number 3 is nails. Okay. Number 3, nails. Again, I haven't seen the nails. I don't know what they could possibly look like. So just to be fair, I will give the nails a 1, just like Eugen, because I haven't seen the nails. Number 4, chewability. I feel like the rating would be very high on this one. I would absolutely destroy this hand, especially these fingers. The thumb, weirdly enough, I would not eviscerate the thumb. I would be willing to chew on it and clench my teeth around it. These hands, these fingers, these for some reason, I don't know. These parts, what do you call these parts? These parts look so meaty and so well defined. They look like sausages. That makes me really want to bite them. Also, this part of the hand is so long, the palm. This outer bit, this also looks like it would be really, really nice to chew on, like the texture of it. Could this be a 9? I'm trying to think. I feel like it's an 8 or an 8.5. Gonna walk the dog. Hope I'm back before you start eating my hand. It's okay if you're not back by the time I'm at your hand. I won't do it, and I will wait for you. Chewability. An 8.5. Yep. A very solid 8.5. My hand is already eaten. Thank you very much, Horus the Boars, for submitting your hand for my hand review. We will do the calculations in the end. For the average, the mean average, the total, whatever you call it. I don't know English. Now, I think this hand is Nyaruko's. I was gobsmacked by looking at this hand. I saw my life flash before my eyes when I looked at those hands. I was like, oh my god. This is not real. This is impossible. Overall visual appeal, 9.5. Let me tell you why. It's a little bit of a shame because again, the side crops these so weirdly so you cannot see all of it. But these type of hands remind me of Milo Thatch hands. Have any of you seen Atlantis? Is it a Disney movie? I actually think it's DreamWorks. So I always I was a big fan of Milo Thatch in Atlantis because he was so dorky. I don't know, it was like my favorite thing. He has so many traits that I like in a guy. He's very like you know, you can depend on him. He's so loving. He's so curious. He's so geeky. He's so dorky. He's ambitious. He is so fucking curious. I love that about him. So curious. Can never just stand in one place. He supports other people. He wants the best for other people. You know, whatever. One thing I really liked about him was his shoulders, really nice shoulders, and really nice hands. His fingers were literally like rectangulars. No curve in those fingers. No curve at all. And big ass hands as well. And even his nails were like, not rectangulars. What do you call it? What do you call the shape that only has 3 sides? That is like a pyramid. Why can I not think of it right now? That's not a rectangle, is it? Rectangle is the... That is a rectangle. The other thing is a square. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let me make sure this is Nyaruko, so I don't offend anyone. Hold on. Let me drink some Red Bull as well. This is, in fact, Nyaruko's hand. And yes, Atlantis is a really, really good movie. The second one, not so much, but the first one is really good. So yeah. Nyaruko's fingers remind me of Milo Thatch's fingers. Because they have this beautiful... They are pretty straight, but they don't look like it. Because the knuckle is very prominent and defined. The knuckle is very thick. So it makes for this very interesting shape of the fingers. Long fingers, long thumb, quite long hand. Incredibly veiny, which is just beautiful. It makes you want to wake up in the morning and like exercise, which never happens. Never happens, especially for me. I never want to exercise. I want other people to do exercise for me. But looking at this hand, this is the type of hand that I would put up in a frame and give it to people for motivation, you know? Like a... Oh! What the hell was that? A weird sound just happened. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hand. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to not give it a 10 out of 10. I should give it a 10 out of 10. This is a beautiful hand. Well, a 10 out of 10 on the overall first impression / visual appeal. What was that demonic noise? Yeah, let me see. I don't know if it was part of the playlist. I don't know if it was me that... From my end. Anyway. Weird. It is a triangle. Triangular nails. Motivation hand. Yeah. So overall appeal is a 10. Hair. This hand doesn't look hairy at all. But it doesn't need any hair to be carried. It looks absolutely beautiful. Actually, if this hand was hairy, the hair would take away the beauty of the veins. So, yeah, see? It is from the point. Dude, what is that? What the fuck is that noise, bro? It's like a... Wait, I wanna hear it again. Yeah, it's from the playlist. It's not for me. Hold on, listen. Listen. I think it's a trumpet or something, or like a saxophone that it didn't fire off the right way, and it just did. Dude, it kind of was like a zombie sound from Plant vs. Zombies. I guess it's the black cat in the title of the song. It is the Black Cat's Table. Yeah, so no hair in this hand. So I will give this a... I will give this a 3. And number 3, nails. Let's see, the nails are shorter than I would have expected for a hand that is this long, but I'm not mad at it because they're pretty harmonious. They blend in pretty nicely. They look very clean. They look very, very pale. Like the color of them is like, usually nails are very not transparent, like, what do you call it, like see-through? They're like pink. These nails look, they look a little bit off-colored, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that my attention is directed at the nails as opposed to the rest of the hand. Nothing really stands out too much about the nails. I like them. I like them. I feel like the fingers are so nice and they're so nicely shaped that even if the nails were like mangled from chewing, they would still be pretty solid visually. So I will give the nails a 4. I don't know what GIMP did to the colors when I stitched the images together, but I look way paler than I actually am. I wonder how pale I would look. I didn't really take a photo of my hands because I don't know, I didn't want to show them, I guess. I'm like, let me judge other people's hands, but I don't want to show mine. I don't want other people to judge me. I have a photo. In the end, if people want to judge my hand as well and give me like individual reviews of my hand, I can show you. I can show you it, like the back of it. The last one is chewability. Chewability. I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of the same as Herr Wilhelm's hand, where because this hand comes across as very beautiful and elegant to me, this feels like the hand that would be... This feels like it would be an elf's hand from Lord of the Rings. This would be an elf knight's hand. So I feel like chewing on it would be... I don't know, immature almost. Irresponsible. I should be careful with this type of hand. This hand would belong to a prince or something. So I would chew on it, but it wouldn't be my priority, let's say. So same with Herr Wilhelm, I will give chewability a 3. Because yes, I could do it, but at the end of the day, I would very much rather hold this hand and embrace it. Maybe even kiss it. Maybe paint its nails. Definitely not enact any violence on it, you know? Hudson! Hi, Hudson! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Today, I'm doing a hand review stream where people from my community submitted photos of their hands and I review them and then we'll put them on a tier list. So number 4 is 3. Thank you very much, Nyariko, for submitting your hand photos for me to review and then rate. I vaguely remember Bird's hand. Really? I mean, yeah, I've done many hand cams, I guess. Borb's hands, 100 out of 10 because hand tattoos. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Which one is this hand? I think this is Rain's hand. Raindrop's hand. Let me make sure. This is Raindrop's hand. You cannot see all of it, but my first impression the first thing that I really liked about this hand is that the fingers are very nicely curved. Unfortunately, you cannot really see it here. Let's see. Can I fix this? No crop. Ah, It was no crop all along. That's what I needed to do. I just needed to do the no crop. So, if you look at this, I really like how, like, the fingers form a pyramid, which is not usually what I expect from hands. At least with my hands, my ring finger is a lot closer to my middle finger than the pointer. Maybe I just have weird hands. But that's the first thing I noticed, that they're all very nicely curvy. And the last part of the finger, again, I don't know what these parts are called. Are these individual joints? These separate parts here. These parts of the finger that makes it look like a sausage finger. What are these parts called? I don't know what they're called. But this bit of the finger on Rain's hand is quite long, and I like that. Very curvy. Beautiful. Squishy bits, yeah. I like that. The thumb is very meaty, quite big, proportionally fits with the rest of the palm and the hand. The fingers look a little bit short, but I think that's because your hand is not fully flexed like Naruko's here, so your fingers look a little bit shorter because of that. Number 1, overall visual appeal. I would give this a very solid 7. I think the hand is fairly big, which is what I usually go for and what I usually like. The palm is pretty big, but especially thick, like wide, which again is something I really, really like. Very nice, deep and defined hand lines and whatnot. I don't know which one is the lifeline and which one is the love line and stuff like that, but I just know that I appreciate them being there, I guess. Yeah, I only have one photo of his hand, and it's like the inside part of his hand, but good enough for a first impression. And my first impression is a solid 7. Yes, sir. Let's see. Number 2 is hair. Hair either on the forearm, hair on the actual hand, or hair on the fingers. On the fingers, wingers. I cannot see any hair. I feel like from the inside part of the hand, at least, I feel like this looks like a big and strong enough hand that would not need hair to look even more visually appealing. So I would give the hair, especially since I cannot see it, I will give it a 2. The nails, I cannot see them. I can only see that the thumbnail is ever so slightly longer than you would expect on a guy, which makes me think that maybe you don't chew your nails, and maybe that your nails are healthy and maybe clean and nice. So, because I want to believe, I will give you a 3 on the nails, even though I cannot see them, because I'm generous like that. I'm a very generous dictator. You can't see it, but there's a small scar at the end of the lifeline. What the? Wait, which one is the lifeline? The lifeline? Is it this one? Is this the scar? This bit here? Or, let me see. Was it here? Yeah, I don't know. Which one is the last one? Last one is chewability. Chewability. I think it would be... Chewability would also be a 7 or a 6. This hand makes me feel... This hand gives me father figure vibes. this hand gives me protector and provider vibes. So I wouldn't necessarily be inclined. My first priority would not be to chew on it. It would be to hold it in order to feel comforted and safe and protected. Because this is the father figure hand. So, on chewability, I would give it a 6. Yes, I would chew it. Yes, I would be most inclined to chew it. But I think my very first reaction would be to hold it, but not to hold it in order to appreciate it and admire its beauty. Just like with Nyaruko or her, I would want to hold it to feel comforted and feel safe and protected. Does that make sense? Is that good enough for you? Well, it's good enough for me. Thank you very much, Raindrop, for submitting your hand photos for me to look at and to rate. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Hi, Lycron. Alias. It's good to be back. What did I miss? Today we're doing a hand review stream where people submit photos of their hands. I look at them and I review them and then I rate them and then I put them on a tier list. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab some water. I'm gonna go grab some water and some cheese and I'll be back. Wait for me. Back. I brought some snacks. Oh, welcome back, Buster. Okay. It's time to move to the next hand. Alright. I think next hand belongs to Dongulus. Dongulus, thank you for the hit, pet. I wanna be a cat. Achoo! Alright. Let's see. Let's see if I'm correct, Mundo. Dongulus, is this your hand, Dongulus? Let's see. I got some nice aged, fine quality cheddar cheese. This is Dongulus' hand. Okay. Show. Dongulus. Number 1. Overall visual appeal. I would give this hand an 8.5, easily done. And let me tell you why. I would give this hand an 8.5 purely because of how strong this part looks. This bottom part of the hand looks very, very strong. It's very wide, very strong. Also, there's like some skin texture here, like freckles and maybe a little bit of sun damage, which adds a really nice texture to the hand. Fingers are very long, very meaty. Not fat meaty though, they look strong meaty. Very straight looking. Very straight, very gay looking. Pretty straight, pretty long. The nails look beautiful, pretty wide. And relatively, I wouldn't call this nail bed short. The nail bed length. I would call it towards the long side. They're very wide, which is what I like. The thumbnail looks very wide. And the thumb itself looks very wide. I just really like this part in general. This is the first thing my eyes always focus on. I really like it. Looks very strong. And it's kind of freckly, which I really like. So overall, visual appeal, 8.5. Easily. Hair. I don't really see any hair. Maybe some minimal hair here. I will say it does look like maybe you have hair but you shaved it. I don't see why you would do that, so maybe it just looks that way. I will tell you this. This is a good enough hand where it doesn't need hair to look better. It looks really good on its own, but this is a hand that would be complemented by hair. All of the hands I've seen so far, I've been like, you know what? You don't have any hair, but I don't mind it. I think you look good enough without hair. This hand also looks good enough without hair, but I would love to see it with some hair on it. I don't know, because of how big it is, how wide and strong it looks, I would have loved to see some hair on it. So please go and put some wigs on it. Shave your own pubes, stick them on there, take another photo and just send it over. Let me just look at it. Hair. A 3. A 3. Because it doesn't look bad without hair, but I'm really aching and wondering how it would look like with more hair. Especially here on this part. Forearm and a little bit of the bottom of the back of the hand. Mine has a little bit of a hair on the back. I didn't think to show. That is perfectly fine. I didn't specify it either, so it makes sense that you wouldn't think about it. Number 3 is nails. Now, I really like the nails, actually. They look very clean. Really nice color. They're quite wide, which I really like. And again, the nail beds are not really on the short side. Not really on the longer side either. Maybe regular. Maybe it's because all the long fingers I've seen so far today usually have nail beds that are very short. And these are regular. So they look longer because of that. Does it make sense? Am I taking it too seriously again? I don't know. God damn it, I don't know. I would give the nails a 5, I think. Maybe even go a little bit crazy, a little bit kooky, and do a 5.5. I didn't show my nails because they were dirty, just like my mind. I like that you always say something extra as well. I didn't show my nails because they were dirty, just like my mind. Just like my inner world. That is perfectly fine. Chewability. Chewability, I will give it a 6. It's a little bit of a conflicting feeling. I will tell you that. It's a little bit of a conflicting feeling. My initial reaction is to chew, but I also want to hold because it gives me that father figure, protector feeling, just like Raindrop's hand. But my first reaction is still to chew it. Therefore, I will give it a 6. Not as low as Raindrops, which was a 3. Sorry, which one was Raindrops? No, Raindrops was a 6? Okay, that will put Dongulus up to 8 on the chewability. Because yes, my initial reaction was to chew on it. But also, I would want to do something else with it, which would be to hold it. Therefore, it's not 10, it's an 8. You know? I never looked at hands that closely, never put much thought into how they look specific or their specific features until today. Hands and like faces, I really like to take apart. I like hands who are a little bit rugged as well, especially from people who do a lot of physical or like manual labor. Thank you very much, Dongulus, for sending in your hands and submitting them to me. I will admit I never thought of mine as having a pyramid shape. Yeah, I don't know, it's the way you showed them, I guess, because they're close together, all the fingers. It just makes me think of a little roof on top of a house. Now, the next one, I was very, very surprised, because I was like, whoa, 4 photos and the beautiful background, wow, going above and beyond for this. This is Shiro. Let me write it down. Shiro Kaminari. Shiro Kaminari. So, overall visual appeal for this is... I want to say it's a 9, but I will be honest with you and say that at least 2 points go to the background. Because I did not expect that. I did not expect that, and I would be a fool to ignore it. Hi, Golden. Hello. So overall visual appeal is 100% a 9, but the background plays a big role. Not that you had to do an interesting background, but since it's there, I have to take it into account, you know. The hand itself looks very nice, especially the back part of it. I really like how the fingers look. Something about how the hand is flexed. I don't know why, it makes me feel like maybe he plays some type of instrument. I don't know why. Does anyone else get what I mean? I feel like, I don't know, the way his hand is positioned, the way his fingers are splayed out, makes me feel like maybe he plays some type of instrument. Anyway, overall very nice, very clean, beautiful, pale. Just the tiniest bit of vein on the back of the palm, which is really nice. Long fingers, the nails look really nice and healthy and clean. I like it. I like it. 9, absolutely 9. Number 2 is hair. I don't see any hair, maybe a little bit here. If he has any hair, it's probably very blonde or very like, you know, not dense hair at all. I will give the hair a 1, since I cannot see any. Hi, Ice. Miss Bird, may I link to a Twitch clip with a hand to review? No, because this is, I had Google Forms open, and I will review the hands of the people who submitted in the Google Forms. Hi, Ice, I hope you're well. Number 3 is nails. Like I said, the nails look pretty nice. They look quite wide, pretty big and square, the nail beds. They look really nice. If he ever grew out his nails, they would look absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. And I think the shape of the nails and the shape of the nail beds complements his fingers pretty nicely. Overall, beautiful, beautiful hand. I would give the nails a 5.5 for sure. Actually, I would give the nails a 6. Simple looking, but for beautiful nails. Hi, Agony. Wish I had more hand hair at 1. Wish I had more hand hair at 1? What does that mean? Number 4, for anyone tuning in right now, today I'm doing a hand review stream where I review photos of hands that people have submitted to me and I rate them based on 4 conditions. Number 1 is the overall visual appeal of the hand, like the first impressions when I see the hand. Number 2 is the hair, how much hair the hand has and stuff like that. Number 3 is the nails. And number 4 is chewability, whether I would chew the hand or not. And we rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Yes, we're doing a hand rating stream today. This was a Donathon reward stream, so I'm just doing that today. So, number 4 is chewability. Overall chewability for this hand right here. Let me think. Welcome in, by the way. Chewability. A solid 7.5. I would give it more, but because of the way that, because he took those photos out in nature, I feel like I want to be real with you and I want to be fair. My pure first reaction was that I want to grab that hand and run down the hill with him and just go on a walk. Just start walking and just go places. That was my unfiltered first pure reaction. Otherwise, the chewability level would probably be an 8 or an 8.5. But because the first reaction I had was wanting to grab this hand and run down the hill just like in The Sound of Music, I will give it a 7.5. We should make a top 10 Bird for Days hand moments. Maybe big flowers too. Yeah, that sounds nice. Alright, well, thank you very much, Shiro Kaminari, for submitting your hand photos for me to review. Let's go to the next one. This one here. I think this is puckered prostate. Let me make sure if this is puckered indeed. Shiro Kaminari, and this is... This is puckered prostate. Very nice. Got almost into a fight right now. Wait, what? You got into a fight? What the hell? So this hand is by puckered prostate. 1, 2, 3. First condition is overall visual appeal. Overall visual appeal is very good with this hand, although I will be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the nails. I don't know if he chews his nails or if his nails naturally look like that. It could be either or, but the hand on its own looks really, 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 really good. I feel like this is the hand of someone who exercises a lot, because those are not natural veins. When people have natural veiny hands, the veins look different. Those are veins of someone who does like hand strengthening exercises. Does that make sense? Is that a real thing that I'm talking about? I don't know. Like, these veins look like strongman veins compared to like these veins. Like, these veins are your actual veins that you see in your hand, but these veins, the positioning of them, I don't know. It makes me think that this person exercises a lot. So even though I'm not a big fan of the nails, I would give this an 8.5. An 8.5. Or an 8. Give me 10 seconds to decide. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. I would give it an 8. Fighting for my life. Wait, why are you fighting for your life? Because you're next? I see you're next. And I really like your hand, actually. Alright, number 2, hair. I don't really see any hair. This is awkward because this is the type of hand that would look really, really good with hair. So even though on its own, it's a solid 8, I would have loved to see more hair on this hand. I would have loved that. So I will give you a 3 on the hair. You don't have any hair, and I would love to see more hair on your hand. Number 3 is nails. I'm not a huge fan of the nails. I don't know why. It probably makes sense if he exercises. I feel like a lot of the people that I've seen who exercise, the guys, their nails don't look very good. Why is that? I don't know why. The nail beds look pretty decent. They're quite wide. Pretty short, quite wide. They complement the fingers really well. Something about the length of them and the way they're positioned on the fingers. I don't love it. But it's not a turn off at all. I would say they complement the fingers rather well. So what do I give the nails on Mr. Puckered Prostate? Mr. Puckered Prostate. I will give the nails a 4. Even though I don't really like them, I will give them a 4. Gotta leave right before it's my turn. I can wait for you if you want. My neighbor was screaming, so I checked, and there was a group of teens throwing garbage on our roof. And when I say garbage, it's a whole fucking bed. Wait, what? What the hell? Why did they do that? What? Chewability. Number 4 condition, chewability. I would definitely chew this hand. I would definitely chew this hand. Yes. Thinking about it a little more. The veins alone are enough of a trigger. I would definitely want to assault this hand with my teeth. I will give this a 9.5. Even though the thumb doesn't really look that impressive, on its own, the hand, yes, 9.5 on chewability. You don't have to hurry back. I will do someone else first, and then I will move back to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Puckered Prostate, for submitting your hand photos for my hand stream review. Besser, Wesser. So, we're gonna leave Besser's empty for now and go to the next one. This one here is Besser's, but we're gonna move to the next one. This one, oh, I think this one is Frozen's. Yeah, I really like the one. I love the nails on this one. Hold on. Frozen Bushed. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one is overall visual appeal. I really like this one. First of all, very cute, very quirky. There's a little bit of a mole there. I really like that. I feel like you don't usually see moles on hands. You usually see them on the forearms or arms, but you don't usually see them on... Do I have any moles? I feel like I have moles everywhere. Let me look at my hands. I have no moles on my hands, and I have moles everywhere. Granted, all my moles are usually very small, but I feel like genuinely I have moles on my butt even. So I think this is a really nice touch. I really like it. Very nice long fingers. The way you positioned your hand stood out to me because again it makes a really nice pyramid shape. Very long fingers, extremely long nail beds. The nail bed is this, like the way your nail is by default without it being any longer. So you can tell that his natural nail bed is super long. So if he ever like grew out his nails just to cross dress or do drag or anything like that, his nails would look massive, super long, even if he grew them out just a tiny bit. So that on its own is quite impressive. Clean, very clean looking, healthy looking nails. I don't remember what this thing here, what this little thing is called, the half moon shape, but this usually indicates that your nails are really healthy. Anyway, long nail beds, long nails, long fingers, very nice. Quite a tiny bit of hair on the forearm that creeps up into the base of the hand, which I really like. The tiniest bit of hair on the knuckles, which again I really like. Overall, I would say this is a 9. A very solid 9 on overall visual appeal. What are you, a nail inspector? No, I am a hand enjoyer, so I'm doing a hand review today. Come on. Hello, Amoeba. Hello, Amoeba. I wonder if birds' teeth feel tingly with the amount of wanting to bite hands. Sometimes a little bit, or I get a little bit drooly, I guess. You are up soon, I believe, yes. And a little fun fact, I got some scars on these fingers. Really? Some scars. Is this one a scar here? I'm not sure. So, just for anyone tuning in again, oh my god, Bong Operator.
Oh my god, Banguito. Bienvenido. Banguito.
Hello, Banguito. Today I'm doing a hand review and tier list stream where I look at hands, I look at photos of hands that people in my community have submitted, and I review them, and then I put them up on a tier list. And I rate those hands based on 4 conditions. Number 1 is the overall visual appeal of the hand. The first reaction, what do I feel when I look at this hand? What do I want to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Number 2 is the hair. If the hand is hairy, if the fingers are hairy, if the forearm is hairy. Number 3 is nails. What state are the nails in? Number 4 is chewability. Whether I would be inclined to chew this hand or not. And all of these are on a scale of 1 to 10. Hold on, let me drink, because my throat is... my voice, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. It's all just below the knuckles. I see, I see. I hope you're well, Bong. I hope you're doing well. Your friendly, bold Oji-chan. Oji-chan. Nice, nice. Bold is very good. Yes, hands. We're doing a hand review stream today. Welcome in. Let's say Birdie is bird for days. Would Toonie be cat for hands? Toonie would probably be fur for days. Hope you're well too. I'm doing alright. Alright, number 2 is hair. So, like I said before, Frozen seems to have a tiny bit of hair on his forearm, a little bit of the bottom of the hand, and a tiny bit of hair on his knuckles, which is what I really like. A little bit of hair on the knuckles, on the forearm, or the hand. So I would be inclined to give the hair a 6, actually. Number 3, the nails. The nails are absolutely beautiful. Just how, from the fact alone, they're so long, they're so beautiful, and they're all natural as well. You can tell they're naturally long because the nail doesn't go past the tip of the finger, and they still look super long. So you can tell that this is his natural nail bed that is very long. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will definitely give the nails a 7. A 7 on a bad day. On a good day, it's probably an 8. But let's give it a 7 for now. 4 would be the chewability. I will be honest with you. This looks like a really nice hand to hold. I don't feel necessarily inclined to chew it. A lot of the chewability comes from cute aggression, whether the hand itself gives you cute aggression. This is a very regularly beautiful, decent looking hand. It would be a really nice hand to hold. This would be the hand of someone who would be a really good friend. That would probably go on a picnic or out on a walk in nature. So I wouldn't really want to chew it per se. It would be probably a really, really nice hand to hold on to. So for that reason, I will give the chewability a 4. But that doesn't mean that it's not good looking enough to be chewed. It just means that my priority would not be to chew, it would be to hold and maybe go on a walk. Does that make sense? I deserve pets for days. I would love some pets. Isn't the lower part look like lizard scales? Like the skin? The lower part look like lizard scales? What, here? On this hand? I don't call... No, I don't think it looks like lizard scale. Not to me. I like that. I really like how it looks with a little bit of hair. These thank you very much, Frozen, of course, for submitting photos of your hand. Thank you very much for allowing me to look at it and review it. Maybe the pattern of your hair? I don't know. Doesn't really look like scales to me. For my quirk, my tendon in the hand to be exact, the middle finger moves and falls off my knuckle when I make a fist, and you can see how it just falls off, and if you put a finger on my knuckle, you can feel how it hops back on its place when I make it straight again. Interesting, interesting. So these two photos are Ablaze's hand. Let me write down Ablaze. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So, number 1 is overall visual appeal. Overall visual appeal, I would say, is pretty good. Not the biggest fan of the nails. Generally speaking, it's not my favorite thing when you can see the tip of the finger behind the nail. When the nail is shorter than the tip of the finger, for me personally, I don't really like that. It's not a turn off by no means. It's just not my preferred thing, you know? Are we on number 15 hand yet? I don't think so, no. Which one is 15? Is 15 you? In my opinion, it's too big. I wouldn't say this looks too big. The palm itself looks quite big, which I like. The fingers, I would say, are a little bit short and skinny compared to the actual palm of the hand. It doesn't look bad though. I think it's pretty harmonious. Even though I would have expected wider fingers for this type of hand, I think this looks pretty harmonious. I like it. I also really like the knuckles because they're quite defined. They're a little bit... They go... How do you say it? They go inwards a little bit, and they're a little bit defined. I like it. Overall visual appeal for this hand would be... a very solid 7. A very solid looking hand. I was gonna make the same dumb joke as Bonk. Burger King foot lettuce? Oh, right. That sounds disgusting. Have I ever had Burger King? I think I've had Burger King once. At an airport. Number 2 is hair. I don't see any hair at all on this hand, but this could also be due to the fact that Ablaze is quite young. So he has like a decade to get super hairy if he wants to do that. No hair on this hand, but I will tell you, it's a pretty decent looking hand. It looks really nice. I don't know if hair would make it look better. I think it looks pretty good on its own. A little bit of hair maybe it would make it look better, but this is definitely one of those hands that carries on its own. It doesn't need no hair. So I will give it a 5 because of the lack of hair, but a 5 because it's also really good on its own without hair. if a hand doesn't have any hair and it doesn't look good without hair, I will give it like a 0, you know? But if it doesn't have any hair, but looks good without it, I will give it like a 5. In the middle. Number 3 is nails. Now, like I said before, the nails are not my favorite when they're a little bit shorter than the actual fingertip. I don't know why I don't necessarily like that. It's just visually, it doesn't register to me in my head. It doesn't register as necessarily appealing. That doesn't mean it's ugly, but you know, it's subjective. But the length of the actual nail bed complements the fingers, I would say. It is short, which is not usually what I go for, but it doesn't turn me off. I think, again, it complements the overall thing. It's pretty harmonious. So what could I give the nails? Because I'm trying to take into consideration the fact that I don't usually like nails like that. But they look very harmonious. So you like it hairy? Quite hairy, yeah. Let me look at my other ratings. I will give this I will give this a 3.5. 3.5 on the nails. I'm back. Hi, back. I'm Dad. Shut up, voice in my head. You're not my real father. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Okay, Besser, when I'm done with the blaze, we go back to you then. Welcome back. What about missing fingers? Are those 10 points each? Missing finger could potentially be quite a few points because it's a very interesting quirk. It's an interesting thing about your hands. It's the same thing if someone has a very normal looking face but they have a really big nose or really intense eyebrows. It's something that stands out for some reason, you know? Also, no, they don't have Wendy's in Greece. I wish they did. I would like to try Wendy's. Hi, Sesh. I was gonna send hand pics, but have been busy. That is perfectly fine. Thank you for dropping by, though. I appreciate it. It's a conversation started like an eye patch. Oh my god, yes. I've been watching Twin Peaks, and one of the characters has an eye patch. Number 4 is chewability. Would I chew on Blaze's hand? I would chew on this hand, yes. I didn't have a very strong reaction, but the scale is tipping over to the yes. So, not super strong reaction. I wouldn't die if I didn't get to chew on this hand, but I would still want to chew on this hand. So I think that would be a very solid 5 out of 10. I am Greek, yes sir. I am Greek. Chewability is a 5 for sure. Thank you very much, Ablaze, for submitting your photos for my hand review stream. Thank you very much for showing me your handsies. They had them at US barracks here, but they were supposed to be for Americans only.
Yippee! Yippee!
What is a US barrack? The barracks. I thought the barracks were like dungeons or something. I love the page flipping every so often. Makes this feel very official. Yeah, I wanna, you know, I wanna do it the right way, I guess. So, Ablaze, thank you very much, Ablaze. Now we're gonna go back to Besser, because Besser was not here when it was time for him, so. Military stations. Ah, I see. Did you already do the waifu stream? Nope. If anyone is here for the first time... Oh, whoops. Hold on. My bad. There you go. If anyone is here for the first time or doesn't know, I do plan on doing a stream where I look at your favorite waifus or husbandos from video games, manga, VTubing, games, RPGs, anything at all. From Dujins, I will look at your favorite waifus and husbandos and I will rate them on stream. This is also a Donathon rewards stream, so it would mean a lot even if you're not a regular on my stream, I would just like to have enough content to make a stream out of it and make sure it's a fun time. So if you have any fictional waifus or husbandos, feel free to visit the Google Forms and leave them there. I think it would make a really nice stream. And yes, and no, I haven't done it yet. I'll do it in a few weeks. Dang, I should have sent more than just one. That is okay. You didn't know, so it's completely fine. Okay, let's go back and let's look at this hand. Yes, you can submit more than one waifu or husbando. You can do the Google form as many times as you want. Would Squidward count as waifu? If you consider Squidward to be your waifu, sure. Unless you mean it as a joke. If you mean it as a joke, it would be better to not put it in. I take it seriously, so if you have an actual waifu or husbando, you're more than welcome to put it in. Most of some submitted hands are EU. No, most of them are American, actually. Okay. So this is Besser Wesser's hand. I will tell you, I really liked this when I saw it. Even though what I usually like about hands is the top part, or like the back of the hand, because you can see the, you know, the upper part of the fingers, you can look at the nails, you can look at the upper part of the thumb. It's a lot more interesting than the under part of the hand. But this is a really nicely shaped hand. It's beautiful. It's so well balanced, I feel like. The palm is really big, quite long, not very wide. The thumb is quite long. The fingers are quite long, but all of it, like, the thumb is quite long, but not long, how do I say it? How do I say this? How do I say this without sounding insane and going too deep into it? The thumb is long, but it looks just fine compared to the palm. And the thumb is long, but it also looks fine compared to the fingers. That's what I mean, that sometimes some people's faces, hands, bodies, they're perfectly harmonious. Also, the background is really simple, but something about the lightning makes this a really nice photo. I don't know, the shadows and the colors, it's really nice. I like it. So number one is overall visual appeal. I would definitely give this an 8.5 because I feel like I took a couple of seconds when I first saw it, and I was just looking at it. Not in awe necessarily, but I was just like, this is a really nice hand and a really nice photo. So we need to go deeper. Deeper in my bum. Number two is hair. I will give this a 2 because I don't see any hair. But because of how quote-unquote impressed I am with this hand, the under part of this hand and how nice it looks, I feel like this could potentially be a hand that would hard carry without any hair. So, scratch the 2, I will give this a 4 on hair. Because yes, it doesn't have any hair, but I would like to believe that it doesn't need any hair to carry. I feel like I would normally give it a 6, but I haven't seen the other part of the hand, so I will give it a 4 just to be safe. And fair to everyone. I think Sin from Murder Drones would approve of your big bow. What is that? Is that a cartoon? What is it? There's a little bit of hair on the back, more on the arm. Is it blonde by any chance?
6-7. The rating I give you is 6-7. This is a beautiful hand. I would like to kiss it 6-7 times. And the rating I give it is 6-7. Thank you very much. 6-7.
Number 3 is nails. I cannot see nails, but because of how your fingers are shaped, I would like to believe the nails are nice. So I will give the nails a 2, even though I cannot see them. And 4 is chewability. With this, I feel like I get the same reaction with Frozen, where I could chew this hand, but it looks so beautiful. The colors, the quality of the photo is so nice, and the hand looks so nice, that I would be more inclined to hold it and trying to see how it feels in my hand, I guess. explore it with my hands a little bit, like touch it places and press it in with my thumb and stuff like that, just to see how it feels. It's like a big, nice, comfortable looking hand. So I would give chewability a 3, which is even lower than Frozen, because just a slightly bit more, I would want this hand to hold it and to feel how it feels, I guess. I feel like none of my ratings make sense. I feel like I'm a lunatic. Please reassure me. Please reassure me that I'm normal. Looks a bit darker than blonde. Indie animation show. Ah, I see. Do you prefer dirty or clean hands? I prefer clean hands, I think. I guess it depends. If someone is very active with their hands and they do like manual labor and stuff, I don't know. I guess it depends what context the hands are dirty in. If you're like working outside, that would be fine. If you're like doing gardening, that would be fine. You are a lunatic? God damn it. Alright, well, Besser Wesser, thank you very much for submitting your hand photos and showing them to me and having me look at them and review them. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next one. Oh my god, this is an amazing hand. I want to say this is Mora. Kiba's mod. I will check just to be sure, because I felt really bad when I confused Kyle's hands for Horsbor's hand. This is Besser. This is Frozen. Mosquito barrier? Hell yes, man. Let's see. Okay, this is Mora. Nice. That's my left hand, the one that gets busy. That is disgusting. You submitted your gooning hand? You submitted the hand you used to goon? That is disgusting. Should have put a glove on it at least. You like listening to my hand ramblings? This is your stream, so be yourself. Okay, I will try my best. Fight. Alright, well. Mora. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 1, overall visual appeal. Easily a 9. Very easily a 9. Well, let me tell you why. Subconsciously, without even knowing, he took a photo of his hand far away enough where he would show his forearm. That is a very good. Without you knowing, that is a bonus point right there, because I can see the beautiful hand and also the forearm. And an extra bonus point for all the nice hairiness on the forearm that is also creeping along the base of the hand as well. This is very nice. This is very solid. Very nice, long fingers. The thumb is not wide, not thick at all, quite long, which is not usually what I go for, but I feel like it complements the rest of the hand pretty well. I think it looks pretty chill, pretty nice. The nails look really, really, really nice. They look quite wide and square, which I really, really like. They look super clean, and they look very, very transparent. I'm not used to that. Usually, if you look at the other people's nails, Ablaze for example, with most nails that you see, there's usually a little bit of a shine, and it's not shine. The actual under nail part is pinkish in color. Mora's, there was also someone else. Oh, it's here. It's Lys's nails. Yeah, Mora's nails, they don't have this lighter pink color. It's like skin color, which makes, I don't know, it makes for a really interesting look. It most likely is the lightning, and it's not his actual nails, it's the lightning that makes it look that way. But yeah, not really veiny. You can see some you can see a little bit of veins, but these are not strongman veins. These are the veins that he naturally has, and because he is quite skinny, that's why you can see they're a little bit more prominent. His knuckles are not really prominent. I don't mind at all. The finger knuckles are a tiny bit defined, just like Ablaze's here. A little bit going inward and a little bit defined. I really like that. And his fingers also do the thing that Milo Thatch's fingers do from Atlantis, and also we saw this with Nyaruko's hands, where it has that beautiful detail where the knuckle is essentially like an actual bump almost. So it disrupts... Why am I talking like I'm trying to be a scientist? It disrupts the natural straightness of the finger. The finger would be very straight if the knuckle wasn't so bumpy, but this is not a negative thing, this is a good thing. So, overall, to not say too much, this is a very solid 9. I think I would have said a 9.5. You know what? This is a 9.5, because when I first saw it, it was a really good reaction. I was like, oh, this is solid. This is good. I was like, it has hair, the knuckles are really nice, the fingers are nice and long, the palm is not too big, not too small, pretty wide, not too long. Solid hand, 9.5. Do you have random freckles on fingers? No, I only get freckles on my shoulders, on the upper part of my back, on the bottom part of my neck, and on my face in the summer. And that is if I stay out in the sun. If I stay out in the sun, I can get a lot of freckles on my face. But I always felt like freckles make me look dirty. I don't know. I'm very clean. I showered yesterday, guys. I'm so clean. I smell beautifully. You should smell my pubes. My pubes. Okay, number 2 is hair. I feel like Mora has had the best hair we've seen so far. Granted, most of you guys are pretty hairless. I don't know why all of you guys are like hairless cats. I don't know what's wrong with you, why you don't want to grow your own hair. It's fine. I will not judge you too harshly. But as a body hair appreciator, this disappoints me ever so slightly. So let me look at some of my other ratings. 5.5, 6, 5. Yeah. If I give Frozen a 6, Frozen had much less hair than Mora. Mora would be an 8. On a bad day. An 8 on a bad day, 8.5 on a good day. Probably. So let's just say an 8. Really good solid hair. Not too thick, not too little. Nice color. Nice texture. I would have preferred it if it was a little bit curlier or wavier. I have a thing for curly hair, especially curly leg hair. I get cute aggression over that. I don't know why. Especially if it's like fat, chubby men with like curly body hair. I go insane. I want to kill them. So yeah, 8 for hair. The nails, super solid. The nails are incredibly solid. 6 is probably too low for the nails. The nails could be a 7, I want to say. Yes. Very clean, very healthy looking, beautiful. A 7, yes. You attract sphinxes as your viewers. Imagine if someone submitted a hand review and their whole hand was covered by a glove. Like an oven mitten glove. I posted pictures of the characters so you can check it out after stream. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hi, Super. Hey, Burby. You know you're doing this reminds me of when an NVTuber did a feet version of this, but people just trolled her and she started to cry. But then they started to actually send her feet stuff for real. No, why was she crying? Yeah, sometimes when people do stuff like that, there are people who will join into Google Forums and just troll and not take it seriously. And it's a little bit of a shame if the streamer tries to take it seriously and do it the right way, but yeah. 4, chewability on Mora's hand. Chewability on Mora's hand would be quite high. Chewability would be an 8. Absolutely. I think the forearm hair makes me triggers my cute aggression a little bit more, and it's the cute aggression that usually makes me want to chew on stuff. It's not cannibalism or anything. 8, yeah. Overall, incredibly solid hand. Solid plus hand. Thank you very much, Mora Mary Kibawu Mora Mary. Thank you very much for submitting your hand photo for me to review and look at. That does sound very mean, yeah. Thank you, Mora. I hope you enjoyed my review. Next, we're doing Ruby. Thank you for the head pat. Next, we are doing Ruby, the Ruby Booby, the Ruby Boo Wooby. I will take a small break. Hold on. I will take a small break to go to the bathroom and get more Red Bull. Okay? Give me a second. I'll be back. Actually, let me do this. A BRB. Let me delete the marshmallow thing. I don't accept marshmallows anymore because people are mean to me. People are being mean in my marshmallows for no reason. They're being mean. Okay, I'll be back in like 5 minutes max. Pin BRB. Alright, be right back. I'm back. Oh, I forgot my Red Bull. God damn it, my brain. Just kidding, no longer angry because I brought myself a Red Bull and a slice of cheese. Okay, I'm back. Did anyone notice I was gone? I was gone for at least 4 kajillion minutes. Did anyone notice? Did anyone notice I was gone for 5 gajillions, billions? No? Nobody? Everyone hates me? Everyone hates me! Ah! 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 Feels like forever. That's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, oh, streamer, it almost feels like yesterday before you were gone. Okay. Pull. What is pull? That sounds really good. Pull. Okay. Moving on to the next hand. That belongs to Ruby. Wooby. Ruby wooby boo booby. The snake dad that also rides bikes, that also exercises, that is also a marine, that also does real estate, that also feeds homeless people, that also takes care of children, that is like, I don't know, superhero. Whatever is Superman's names, like Kent Clark or something. Anyway, Ruby is this community's superhero marine guy. Let's see. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 1 is overall visual appeal. I would say overall visual appeal from this specific hand gesture, it would be a very solid 8. Let me tell you why. I cannot see the entirety of the hand. I cannot see the hand fully from the bottom either, because he's making a peace sign. But I can tell that his hand is quite strong. Maybe it's a placebo because I know that he exercises. I know that about him. So maybe it's because I already know that he exercises, but the way his fingers are, the way his hands look, I don't know, it feels really tight. It feels strong. I don't know how to explain it. Visually, it registers like that to me. I would say his fingers look rather long, maybe regular size, not super long, and thick, but strong thick, which I really like. Can't really see what the nails are all about. I can tell that the thumbnail is pretty wide and pretty long. It looks pretty healthy, pretty clean. The thumb itself looks not long, actually. I'm trying to picture how long it would be if it wasn't like folded. It's wide, which is what I like my thumbs to be. Wide and strong looking. Oh my god! Oh my god, it happened again. Did anyone hear it? It happened again. Did anyone hear it? Just scream. Anyway, yeah, solid 8 for overall visual appeal. Number 2 is hair. I cannot see any hair on the hand. I don't think it would matter. Ruby is black, he's pretty tan. I don't think... Like, body hair is especially a really nice thing with, like, white people or people who are not tan in general, because it adds a little bit of a contrast. With black people, or in general tanner people, I guess body hair would not really be a priority of mine, because there's already some nice contrast there with the skin tone. So, absence of body hair, but I don't mind it. So that would total to a 4, I think. Nails. I can only really judge the nails based on the thumbnail. I guess a little bit on the pinky here. The thumbnail looks scrumptious. So that alone makes me want to give the nails a 4.5. And I will give it a 4.5. Random screams, yeah. That sound could be there to prevent recording the song, which means it's not the original song, it's a preview version. Oh, interesting, okay. I would have never thought about that. Nice, Dark. The more you know. 4 is chewability. I know it's Ruby. I really like Ruby. He's quite endearing and a really, really, really good man. Good-spirited, good-hearted individual. One of those people that deserve to live forever and live a long, happy, and fulfilling life. From that alone, I hold quite a bit of affection towards him, and that does trigger my cute aggression quite a bit more. Also, he is quite goofy. I guess that's a little bit unfair because this is about the hands, but knowing a little bit about the person helps a little bit, especially when it comes to cute aggression. Because cute aggression is not something I can just switch on, it just gets triggered. Overall, when it comes to chewability, I would say Ruby's hand is a solid... Is it a 6 or a 5? Let me think about it. A 6. The need to chew on him is pretty strong. Fairly strong. Okay. Thank you very much, Ruby, for submitting your hand. Letting me look at it, review it, then put it on a tier list. Next one! Whose hand is this? I do declare that I don't remember. Is this Zeno? I feel like this is Zeno. Let me see. I need to check. Now! I need to check. Now! Hold on. The rat. Yes. Okay, it's you, yeah. This is Gino Labibino, aka the rat. Quote unquote, the rat. Also best known as the rat. Overall, visual appeal, aka first reaction to this photo would be really, really good. Maybe even an 8.5. Very solid 8.5. The fingers are super long. For how big, the palm is very big. But the fingers are really long. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected for the fingers to be slightly shorter. Like the thumb, you can tell the thumb comparatively with the other fingers is quite short. You would expect the thumb to be a little bit longer. Overall, that makes for a very interesting visual, I think. Because this hand is not entirely harmonious, it's not entirely balanced, but that is not a bad thing. I like that, because that catches my interest, if you know what I mean. Also, I really like how meaty the palm looks, and I really like how meaty the thumb looks. That looks very nice. So 8.5 definitely on this hand as a first impression. I wish I would have posted more to get a higher score. No, that's fine. I try to do a really good review with whatever people give me. So don't feel bad. Oh, you're going to your tattoo appointment? Nice. I hope you don't hurt too much. Number 2 is hair. Forearm hair, hair on the fingers, or hair on the hands. I cannot see any hair, but I know that Xeno is fairly hairy and that he's also a little bit of a blonde and a ginger. So that would be super, super cute, especially with a really nice hand, paired with some nice body hair that is like ginger or blonde, paired with the pale skin as well. That would be a really nice combination. So even though I cannot see the forearm hair, I know it's there. So I will give that a 6. Number 3. Number 3 is the nails. I cannot see the nails. I cannot give opinion on nails that I cannot see. I would be willing to bet, though, that the nails would be regularly sized, not too short. I don't know why. It's a little bit of a conspiracy, because I have no way of telling if they're like long or short. But based on how the hand looks to me, I would feel like the nails would be relatively wide, square, wide, and long-ish on the longer side. The actual nail bed. I don't think he has long nails. He has short nails. So the nails, I would give a 2, mainly because I cannot see them. Overall, number 4, the chewability for Xeno, knowing that it is Xeno, would be a 9, I think. Chewability would be a 9. On a bad day. On a good day, it could possibly be a 10 as well. This is affected a lot by the fact I know who Xeno is and I know his personality, and I have known him for many, many years. And naturally, the way he interacts and talks and acts can give me a lot of cute aggression. It's very endearing. And even though this is a hand review, his personality kind of bleeds into it, so I would 100% be very heavily inclined to eat this rat bastard, to chew on his hand. Very, very beautiful hand overall. Would definitely hold this hand, and I would kiss it even. I love you, Gino. Thank you very much for submitting your hand photos and having me look at them and review them. Oh yeah! Where are his claws? He's retracting them. They're inside his skin right now. Okay, next one. Next one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 photos left. Are you ready? Okay. Wait, who is this one? Wait, I'm not entirely... I don't remember who this one is. Oh, it's God of Wisdom. That's why I don't remember, because it's a new person. Okay. Ah, okay. That's why I did not remember. I've been pretty good about remembering. A distincting lack of hand jokes. Ah, that would be a good bit to add to the stream. Doing like hand puns. Horrific dad jokes that have to do with hands. Oh, that would be such a good idea. Maybe I could do that in the waifu and husband review stream. Like do I hate my husband, I hate my wife type jokes. The entire stream. Oh, that was a good idea, Bon. That's a shame. Pity I'm not creative and I'm stupid. It's mine! Okay. God of Wisdom. Let's go. These jokes could be very handy. They could come in hand. God of Wisdom, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, overall visual appeal. There is not much to see because you've cropped half of the hand. I need to be able to see the entire hand. It hurts me deeply that you would crop a very important part of the hand, which is the part, like the wrist, where the hand meets the forearm. That is a very beautiful part of a man's hand and forearm. It's beautiful. I feel really, really angry that you cut this part. But besides that, your fingers look rather nice. They look fairly long and just a slightly bit chubby, which I really like. I like a little bit of a chub on the fingers. It spikes up my cute aggression a little bit. What are we even doing? We are doing a hand review stream. I'm looking at hand photos that my community submitted to me, and I will be reviewing them. I can't with the anxiety. Nail stumps, small and nails. No, this is not my hand. At the end of this, I can show you guys my hand. We can pull it. We can do a poll and see if you guys want to see my hands or not. Yeah. So the fingers look nice. I cannot really see the bottom of the hand, so I cannot really have an opinion on it. The nails are pretty bad. I will be completely honest with you. The nails are pretty bad. They are not as short and mangled as I would have expected, but they are still in a pretty poor condition. It doesn't completely take away from your hand though. I can still appreciate that you have very clean and smooth and chubby looking fingers. And I mean chubby in a really nice way, because they look chewable. Your fingers look pretty chewable. So, overall visual appeal, I might disappoint you here because it will be quite low purely because of the nails. I think the overall visual appeal for the most part with everyone's hands has been pretty high, but here, because you didn't show me the entire hand and the nails are pretty in a rough spot, I think the overall visual appeal would be a 5. And that is being pretty generous as well, because you haven't shown me the entire hand. I would like to see the entire hand. Oh, you took the picture on a laptop? That's fair. I really appreciate the effort for what it's worth, because you're a brand new viewer and you still did it. So I really appreciate it. Show my dad's socks. The socks I'm wearing right now are super old, so they could technically fall under the umbrella of a dad's sock. Gotta see the entire meal, exactly. Number 2 is hair. I cannot really see if you have any forearm hair. Your fingers look extremely smooth. I can tell there's a little bit of peach fuzz here, or like hair on the fingers, but it's super light colored. So let's assume that there's no hair on your hands at all and on your forearms. Your fingers looked good enough without hair. So I will mostly try and focus on the fingers because I cannot see the rest of it. So I would say there is significant lack of hair, but it doesn't really take away from it. From the fingers at least. So I will give you a 3 on the hair. We call holes in the socks tomatoes. We call them just holes, I guess. Number 3 is nails. Nails, it's a 0. I'm not gonna lie. Or is a 0 too low, actually? It wouldn't be a 0. Let me think about it. Because I've given people like Eugen a 1 on nails because I wasn't able to see their nails because they didn't show them. You showed me your nails. So that would be automatically like a 4 or 5. But the nails are in poor condition. So that would be a 2 or 3. That probably doesn't make sense, but it kind of makes sense in my head. So let's say the nails are a 2. I feel like they could have potential because they don't look too short. But you have chewed them up pretty badly. So let's do a 2 on the nails. Big fan of holes, oh my god. For overall chewability, I would say the fingers alone would trigger quite a bit of acute aggression in me because they look very chubby. I don't know how to say it. They don't look too chubby, but they look fluffy. They look very plump, you know? So that is quite cute and endearing. Again, I cannot see the entire hand, so I don't know if I would be, you know, incentivized to chew on your wrist or the bottom of the hand or anything like that, especially if you have a little bit of hair there. I don't know. I don't see it, so I cannot speak on it. But from the fingers alone, I would say yes. I would most likely chew. So, based on the fingers alone, I will give you a 4.5. And with that, we're done with God of Wisdom. Thank you very much for submitting your hand photos for me to look at and judge. I'll take that. It's either that or you see me along with hand. Along with hand? A what? What does that mean? Another hand! Wait, who is this hand? I don't remember. This was the last hand I received, I think, so I don't remember. Who is this? Oh, this is the person that I don't think is a viewer. Or it might be a viewer. I just don't recognize the nickname that they gave me because they gave me the nickname Nui. N-U-E. So, I don't know if Nui is here, but we're gonna pretend they're here either way. So, let's see. Nui. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Overall visual appeal. I would say it's pretty up there. Overall visual appeal. It's definitely an 8. This is a very solid looking hand. Strong looking hand. The fingers are not too long. They're very meaty. They're very wide. This is a strong looking hand. Something about the way the palm is, the way the fingers are shaped. I feel like this is a man who works with his hands or is very like active with his hands. This also looks like an older guy. A seasoned feller, you could say. A man who has lived a lot of days. That's one way to put it. Good job, Toonie. A man who has lived many days. That's one way to put it. Very nice fingers. The thumb looks very nice. Not too short, not too long. Quite wide, very meaty. I really like it. There is some type of sun damage, freckles on the hand, which I really, really like. It makes it look very, very interesting. That happens when you spend a lot of time out of the sun. You get some type of freckles. It's really nice. I like it. Overall, visual appeal, I would say an 8.5 on this feller. One way to say old, he has lived. This person, he's been alive. He's alive for sure. This is one of those people that have lived. Overall visual appeal is an 8.5. I really like it. I mean, my choice was either odd view or you would have to see me face with hands. Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate you doing that even more, considering you have difficult circumstances. It means even more to me that you took the time to do it. Thank you. So, number 2, hair. I don't really see any hair. And for this type of hand, I would have expected to have hair. I don't see any hair at all. If there is any hair, it might be super blonde. Because I can tell from the skin tone that this dude is a little bit... He has a very intense pink undertone. That's why he is pale, but he looks pinkish. It's unfortunate because this is a hand that would benefit a lot from a little bit of hair. A little bit of hair would go a long way on this hand. But it carries on its own. I would give this a 5 on hair, even though it doesn't have any hair. Now, nails. I cannot see too well because it's all zoomed out. The nails look pretty decent. Quite short nail beds. Square, not too wide. They're actually quite narrow. They're quite narrow and short for how long and meaty the fingers are, which is interesting. Not a turn off for sure. It's an interesting detail. It stands out, and if it stands out, I usually like it. A it has to be a very ugly detail that stands out for me to not like it. Usually if it stands out, I will like it. So the nails, the way they are aesthetically is a little bit quirky, but it doesn't stand out enough, so I will give it a 3. And for overall chewability, I would say it wouldn't be my first reaction. I would be willing to chew on this hand, but I feel like my first reaction would be to hold it, because it looks like a strong enough hand where if I held it, I would feel pretty comfortable. I would feel like safe and content holding this hand. So because of that, I feel like I wouldn't be too tempted to chew on it. I would be more tempted to hold on to it for safety and comfort than to chew on it. So let's see. I think I had this feeling with Dongulus as well. I had this feeling with Dongulus. Let's see, what did I rate Dongulus? Where is Dongulus? Dongulus, where is Dongulus? Dongulus. An 8 on chewability. No, it's definitely lower than 8. It's a 6, I think. A lot more, the need to hold this hand is a lot more present than the need to chew on it. Yep. I'm settled with that. Thank you very much, Nui, for submitting your hand photos to me and letting me look at them and judge them and then make a tier list out of them. Thank you very much. Now we move on to second to last photos, which are from Lish Daxik, the dyslexic. Lisa Daxik. I really appreciate the addition of bracelets. I really like that. Men should in fact wear bracelets and rings. That would make me very happy. And you know how every single man wants to make me happy specifically? So, very nice hand. I feel like abnormally long fingers and abnormally long nail beds for how the hand is shaped, which is a little bit of a quirky thing. It stands out a little bit weirdly. I really like it, because this feels like, looking at this hand, it makes me think how it would feel to intertwine fingers with a hand like that. Because if the fingers are so long, the palm, the back of the hand itself, I guess regular size, maybe a little bit shorter and wide. The fingers are very long for how the hand is shaped, I think. But not in a bad way. It would make me want to see how it would feel to hold this hand. So again, I would be more inclined to hold this hand. I've already jumped on the fourth condition, so let's just start with overall visual appeal. Overall visual appeal, I would say, is definitely an 8. Maybe an 8 on a bad day, 8.5 on a good day. But even bad days are worth it, because we can make something happen. We can find value even in the bad days. So let's go with an 8. I really like the thumb. Thumbs are super long. Not super wide, not very meaty, very decent sized. I like them. Not super meaty, but they do kind of give me cute aggression. What I really like about the thumbs and the hands, those hands in general, is the nails. The nails are absolutely gorgeous. That big of a thumbnail, I rarely ever see it on men. My dad has a really big thumbnail and a really short and square stubbly thumb. His nails are beautiful, but his thumbnail doesn't really look good on his thumb, because his thumb is like super short and the nail is super long, so it looks kind of goofy. It looks a little bit like a cartoon finger. These thumbs are not short. I wouldn't call the thumbs super long, but they're not short. So the nail complements the thumb pretty well, I would say. So 8 on overall visual appeal, for sure. Now, on hair. Not a lot of hair. And not a lot of hair on a more tan forearm and more tan skin tone in general. So it wouldn't really stand out to begin with, but it looks good. At least how I see it here. Hey, when he does thumbs up, I really like how the hair looks on his arm paired with the bracelets. His wrist is a little bit skinnier, and then you can see that the forearm becomes a little bit more thick. I really like that. I like that detail. Cute little mole over here as well. Not bad. Very, very nice. Hair. Not a lot of hair there, but there is still hair, so I will give it a 5. Because it is there, it's not a lot, but it's still there, and I like what I see. It's very little, but it still complements the arm, I think. Even though it's he's a lot more tan. Hi, Puckered. I will not wear bracelets, but why? And I'll be honest, bracelets are not my favorite, but rings I really like. Bracelets are not my favorite on me. Nails is 100% a 9 out of 10. On a bad day. On a good day, it might be a 10. And these are unpainted nails as well. If I remember correctly, Her Wilhelm, I gave him a 10. But that was because those nails are like insanity. Those nails are insane, right? Super long nails, beautiful, healthy. You can see they're really strong. Also painted, so that's an extra point for that. So for Liz, easily a 9. Easily a 9. Super long. This happens with anyone who is like tanner or especially black people. Their nails are always, they have a lot of contrast with the skin tone, and he has the most beautiful baby pink underbed on the nail. I really, really like it. Contrasts beautifully with his skin tone. You can also tell the way his nail beds are. He can naturally have a very thick white part of his nail. For all of us, the white part, the top part of our nails, the white part, that's usually the part that grows big, you know? That's the part that extends. But some people have that white part really thick by default. That's why you see sometimes women having really long nails with really natural, thick, white parts on their nails. And you're like, whoa, did she just get a manicure? And it's like, no, this is her natural nail. It's just genetics, I guess. So yeah. You can tell that his nails, yes, the natural nail bed is pretty long. The nails themselves are pretty long, you can tell, because the white part extends past the tip of the finger. And even then, the white part is still pretty thick. This probably doesn't make any sense to you guys, you don't care, but it's important to me. So, nails overall, it's a 9 out of 10. Thank you very much. Good job on growing these beautiful, beautiful hands. 4 is chewability. I did say before that I would really like to hold this hand to see how it feels. I would like to see how it would feel like to hold this hand. This still stands true, but I would be more inclined to chew on it, I think, even though I would really like to know how it feels like to hold it. I don't know why. It's something about how nice the nails are with the contrast with the skin tone and how beautiful and long the fingers are. For some reason, it triggers the cute aggression in me. I feel like normally that would trigger admiration in me. I feel like normally it would make me want to hold the hand and appreciate it and look at it and maybe kiss it and be like, wow, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. You're a man and you have such beautiful hands. I just want to admire them. But no, this is not what happens. I actually do get cute aggression for some reason. Maybe it's the fact that he has a little bit of hair on his hands and he has bracelets. All of that paired together gives me quite a bit of cute aggression. So, I would say it's a 6. 6.5 on chewing. 6.5. And that was my Listexic review. Thank you very much for submitting your hands. They're beautiful hands, Liz. Beautiful, beautiful hands. I'm really happy you like wearing bracelets. This is doing wonders for my self-esteem, really? Man, see, you wouldn't even think, like, people can find beautiful things on you, even on the hands. It's awesome. Ring on left hand, bracelet on right hand. I wear rings on both of my hands. I would say you do a good job explaining your reasons. Really? Nice. Okay, I'm glad. I'm very glad. Do you ever get the cuticles peeling back? No, because I will never let it reach that point. My cuticles is the one thing I will not touch. It's something I used to do when I was a kid, and I would always do it to the point of like my fingers bleeding, like my cuticles bleeding, and it would yuck me out a lot. I don't know why, but I have intense fear with anything that has to do with my limbs, especially my toes and fingers. The idea of being impaled in my fingers being bitten, having like my nails taking off or my cuticles, like stuff like that icks me out a lot. So at some point I learned to stop biting my cuticles, but I still bite my nails from time to time. Okay. Are you ready, everyone? Thank you very much for holding on for 3 hours. We have reached the final hand submission. We have reached the final... Jesus, I'm sorry, that was a hiccup. We have reached the final hand submission. Are you ready, every ma'am? Every My cuticles peel back from dryness and bleed. Oh, that's what you mean. That can happen to me sometimes during winter, but I live in a pretty, not dry, what is it, wet climate? Moisture, what do you call it? Not dry, it's the opposite. Super humid here, so I don't get that anymore. Okay. Last but not least, beautiful, beautiful hand. This hand belongs to Robot. Look at that hand. Now that's a hand I've never seen before in my entire life. Let's review it. Drunken Wobot. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I'm glad I managed to mostly break my nail biting habit. Ooh, I would have never thought you bite your nails, Frozen. Your nails were beautiful. Your nails were gorgeous. The shape of them as well. I have to use loads of lotion. I'm sure you do. Oh, I'm sure you do, you little gooner. Okay, so overall visual appeal. Now this is a sexy hand. It's a beautiful hand, if you don't mind me saying. This hand, in fact, is very, very nice. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. Pulling this gesture is a little bit awkward. It kind of looks a little bit goofy. But let's see. I appreciate the fact that you showed the entire hand and a little bit of the forearm. In general, anyone who did that, when they showed me photos of their hands, I really appreciate that. You did not have to do it because you did not know that I like hands, and I specifically like wrists. I like the part of the hand that meets, the part that connects the hand to the forearm. Especially on women, I really like that part because usually that's where the wrist bone sticks out a little bit. And it's so nice. Especially on women, it's beautiful. My sister has a wrist bone that sticks out so much. It's like she's anorexic or some shit, and it looks beautiful. My wrists stick out a tiny bit as well. I'm a little chubby though, so if I lose weight, they will stick out a lot more. Forearm review. I need my meaty hands to goon. Disgusting! I cheated because I knew what you like. Yes, it's okay. You cheated because you are my boyfriend. So, very nice wrist, very nice looking forearm. Beautiful fingers. I wouldn't really call them long necessarily. I think they're very decently proportioned compared to the this part of the hand, the back part of the hand, the back part of the palm or whatever. Thank you very much for the head pat. The nails are pretty decent. Very nice shape. The thumbnail especially, it's beautiful shaped. Kind of reminds me of my father's thumbnail. The only difference is that with my father, even though I really like his thumbnails, his thumb is very rectangular almost. His thumb is like abnormally small, so the long ass and wide ass thumbnail looks so goofy on him. This is very nice thumb, very nice nail. Veiny looking hand, and I can tell that I also know that these veins here are not supernatural. Not supernatural, they're not super natural. This is because he does hand, I don't know, he milks cows all days. He does like some hand exercises by milking boobs and stuff like that. So you can tell that this is strength vein. And I can also tell that he has strong forearm and hands because of how his hand is shaped. I don't know how to explain it, but you can tell from the dents and the shadows from this photo, you can tell that the hand is like not muscular per se, but you can tell that this is a strong hand. So, overall visual appeal, I would say 9.5, if not 10. I don't want to say 10 because it will be unfair. A 9.5, super solid, insanely solid. Number 2 is hair. Now, I can tell there's a little bit of hair there, maybe even quite a little bit of hair, but it's very, very light colored. It's like blonde. It's practically white. It's not even there. Lady, I lift dumbbells, not udders. Oh, sorry, I kept yapping. Let me read in chat, sorry. The wrist bump to catch door handles. That's not what is there for. Better the forearm instead of the foreskin, am I right? Disgusting, okay. I regret reading chat. So, hair. So yeah, there's quite a little bit of hair on the forearm. Not really any hair on the fingers at all, I want to say. It's pretty decent, I want to say. I like it. I usually like darker hair, but this complements it rather well, I want to say. So for the hair, I will do a 5. For the nails, you will not be very happy with me in this one. You could do better with the nail. Why do I feel like a teacher? Why do I feel like a teacher reviewing like exam test? I'm like, now, when it comes to the nails, you're not gonna like my response, but I think you can do better. You could do better. I need you to try more. You can get better grades. You can do it. I believe you can stop chewing your cuticles. I believe in you. I like the nails. They're pretty wide. They're wide and curved. They're not really square, which you don't see that often, especially on men. I feel like with men, you usually see square nails a lot more often. These ones are quite curved. I don't mind that though. It's not a negative for me. Cuticles are pretty rough. I've seen them in a worse state than that, so I don't mind this at all. And the nails are pretty decently sized, like the length of them. The nail bed on its own, I can tell like his natural nail is pretty short. Not too short though. I would say the size of the natural nail complements the fingers pretty well. So, what would I give the nails? I would give the nails, let me look at some of my other ratings. Yeah. A 3.5, which might be a little bit low. I'm sorry about that, but a 3.5 on their nails. Actually, hold on. Yeah, 3.5. I like it. You wrote? Yeah, I wrote them down. Yes, I wrote them down. I'm changing my notes. Yeah, I can take a photo of it and post it on Discord later. Yes. Oh my god, it truly is like I'm grading like homework or something. I'm like, okay, all right, Jameson, come in. All right, let me see. Interesting. You are a cutie cute. Oh, that's so cute. You are a cutie cute. That reminds me of Cupid Cule. You guys know Cupid Cule, the alligator YouTuber? Let it be known, I had one of the most stressful weeks of my life before this peak was taken. Yeah, I know. They are not in a good condition. Yeah, for how stressful of a week you had, I would say you did super good. They're in a really good state for how hard of a week you had. Toonie looks at your cuticles. Sir, see me after class. Miss Toonie? Now, when it comes to the nails, you're not gonna like my response, but I think you can do better. You could do better. I need you to try more. You can get better grades. You can do it, I believe. Thank you very much for the clip. She's gonna keep them. Yeah, I might put them on the folder. Some notes that I've kept in regards to Donathon in general, I might save them. We need the professor to publish her studies. Hold on, I want to become a cat. Achoo! Okay, I'm ready. Let's continue. Alright. Overall chewability for Mr. Robot's hand. Toonie, did you do your hand review homework? Yes, Mom. Overall chewability for this hand. I would say it's a 9 on a very bad day. I would say it's a 9 on a horrifically bad day. Like on a day where my pet snail died and I flushed the toilet and the poop water touched my butthole. That type of bad day. So on a really bad day like that, it's a 9, the chewability. I would easily chomp on this hand. Very easily, would clench teeth around it. Many nice parts here that I could probably mangle with my teeth. Pretty decent overall, I would say. A 9. Thank you very much, Robot, for submitting your photo, even though you were late. Thank you very much for submitting it and letting me look at it and chew on it. And with that, We are done with looking at the photos. We are done with the photo submissions. We are done. Now it's time to calculate and actually rate them. Are you ready? This only took 3 hours. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? I said, are you ready? We are going to do some calculations. Where's the calculator? Bring out the calculator. Bring it here. Oopsies. Excuse me. Ugh. I've drunk way too much Red Bull today. And then I'm like, why do I have so much anxiety? Guess why? I want you guys to see the calculation so you don't think I'm cheating or anything like that. You really kept a pet snail on a Tupperware with a piece of lettuce? No, I kept a pet cockroach, and I also kept a dead bat as a pet. I once found where my parents live, they have many bats. It's not weird at all during the summer or like early spring to go outside during the night and when it's turning into a night and see bats everywhere. I don't know why. Even when I was a kid, it was really strange because from movies and stuff, I always saw that bats were like, you know, native to caves and like mountains and shit. But yeah, and I remember I was in preschool, I want to say. We were gonna go to preschool with my mom and we found a bat on the road and it was dead. And it also had pooped itself. It had some poop on its poop socket. Like bats have like a pocket behind their butt that they poop in or something, and it had some poop in there, and I got really sad because it pooped while it was dead, or it wasn't able to go to the bathroom before it died. Some shit, I don't know, I was a weird kid. Actually, scratch that, I was an awesome kid. This would genuinely be easy in Excel. No, I don't want to do Excel. You couldn't pay me to open Microsoft Excel. Are you gonna grade on a curve? What is that? Are you calling me fat? I hate the cockroaches that fly. Yes. Oh my god. The cockroaches that fly and jump. Sundown is when mosquitoes come out and bats eat them. Okay. We experimented on cockroaches in biology at university. We named ours Bolt. That almost made me sad, but then I remembered it's cockroaches. Okay, let me see. Who was first? First was... Pixel was first. I would recommend Kyle, their horse boars, Zeno, Landbesser. Yes, like this, I think. Is it? Like this? And then... yes, okay. Biológica! Correct. Biológica. Tecnología. You really need an asset like a clipboard or something. I could maybe draw that. You're very studiously looking at your notes? Because I want to make sure that I'm reading them right. Grading on a curve. You're gonna give a few bad grades, lots of middling ones, and a few good ones, regardless of how good or bad the overall achievements are. Wait, is that something that people do actually? That doesn't sound fair at all. You have seen the Biológica meme? No, I don't think so. Alright, Pixel. Pixel, which is the first one over here, okay? Let's see. Visual appeal, 8.5. Hair, 4. Nails, 7.5. Chewability, 4. Equals 24. Divided by 4, it's a 6. So a 6 is, based on what Kyle said, 9 to 10 is an S, 8 to 9 is an A, 7 to 8 is a B, 6 to 7 is a C, 5 to 6 is a D. And whatever below that is the really bad grades that you should be ashamed of. So Pixel is a 6, so that puts him at the C category.
C! C, C, C! C! C, C, C!
Generally, teachers grade on a curve if the entire class did poorly. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Let me see, what is that? Ew, the mouth noises. I hate this.
Biologica.
Ew, what the fuck is that? Biologica.
Biologica.
Why is he eating like a horse? Tomato. It's something a lot of teachers do or perceive as ideal when it comes out like that. As ideal? Okay. Biologica. I'm average. Woo! Let's see. Alan Rickman. Which I suspect is Xenomorphica, by the way. This hand right here, I suspect is Xenomorphica. Overall visual appeal, a 9. Hair, a 5. Nails, a 5. Chewability, a 7. 26. Divided by 4, 6.5. C category. Next is Herr Wilhelm. The beautiful Herr Wilhelm. I rate same here as high school. Man, I was lower in high school. I did horribly. Anyway, I want to think about it. Herr Wilhelm. Overall visual appeal, a 10. Beautiful hands. The nails carry the shit. Oh my god. Number 2, hair, a 5.5. Number 3, nails, a 10 out of 10. Easiest 10 out of 10. Chewability is a 3, which will... That's the thing. This is why it works a little bit shitty, because chewability is a 3, but in brackets I wrote, because I would much rather hold this hand and embrace this hand rather than chew it. So 3 out of 10 sounds horrible, but context matters, because I would prioritize embracing and admiring this hand other than chewing it, you know? Anyway, plus 3. 28.5 divided by 4, 7. 7.1. That puts you in the B category. How did you not get an S? Am I calculating this right, or am I doing stupid? Am I doing it wrong? Is no one gonna be A category because I'm doing this the wrong way? God damn it. I have a feeling you're going to have a stacked C and D category. Man, god damn it. I try to be so realistic and like accurate and... Oh, whatever. Grades and... Your grades fluctuated a lot. My grades fluctuated a lot in high school. My grades in middle school were pretty good, but not in high school. My grades in trade school were pretty good. The standards are high. Because you tanked the average with the 3. Yeah, but I explained why
I explained.
Next. Eugen. Overall visual appeal, a 7.5. Hair, a 4. Nails, a 1. I will change the 1 to a 2.5. Because I feel like Eugen has the potential to have really nice nails based on how long those fingers are. But I'm not entirely sure. But it's definitely not a 1, so I would do a 2.5 instead. Shell. Plush. 2.5. Plush. Chewability is a 9. Would 100% obliterate this hand. 23 divided by 4. A 5.75. Oh man, I don't like this. No one is gonna get good grades. How do I fire myself? I want to fire myself. 5. This is a D. Oh man, that's not what I wanted. Still angry at my English teacher for not giving me a better grade. I'm not letting that go. Should I flex the fact that I always had good grades in English in school? That was the one thing I always excelled at least. That was the one thing I could always flex. If you weight the overall appeal more, you just count the first chord twice and divide by 5 if you want that to count more. Ah! Yes! Okay, we're gonna do... Okay, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, yes, we're gonna do what her says. So, you just count the first chord twice and divide by 5. Okay. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Maybe that will make it a little bit fairer. More fair. Okay, so, we start again with Pixel. So, Pixel. Overall visual appeal. 8.5. 8.5. Hair. Oops. Hair. A 4. Nails. A 7.5. Chewability. A 4. Everyone back. Divided by 5. 6.5. It's still the same, I think. I think it might still be the same. Let's see. Alan Rickman. Overall visual appeal 9 plus 9. Hair a 5. Nails a 5. Chewability 7. Divided by 5. A 7. 7 is a B. Oops, a B. Hair Wilhelm. Overall visual appeal 20. Hair a 5.5. Nails a 10 out of 10. And chewability a 3. 38.5 divided by 5. 7.7. B category still. Eugen. Overall visual appeal 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 4 plus 2.5 plus 9 divided by 5. 6.1, which is C. I would buy Eugen. Me too. Do one list by numbers and then another one by vibe or something? By vibe? Maybe. No! My brother in C-Rec! I don't expect a high grade because I didn't show my nails and you would rather hold it than chew on it, but it's alright. Yeah, but chewability, the chewing thing is because I get cute aggression really easily. Maybe it wasn't the best thing to put there, but context matters with this. I guess I don't want you to pay too much attention on the final rating. I want you to also pay attention to my reasoning for things, because that also counts. Next, Kyle. Kainuko Buko. Overall visual appeal, a very decent solid 16. Plus 6. Plus 5.5. Plus 8. 35.5 divided by 5. 7.1.
C. C. No, 7 is B. B.
Proposal. At the end, just bump everyone 2 tiers. But that is not fair.
That is not fair. That's not fair.
Next one is Horus the Big Boars. Overall visual appeal, 16, just like Kyle. 4.5 for the hair, 1 for the nails, 8.5 for chewability. Divided by 5. Oh my god. No, times 5. Jesus. 30 divided by 5. 6. That's a solid C. Next one. Overall visual appeal, 20. Pretty high. Hair, a 3. Nails, a 4. Overall chewability, a 3. But that's because I would rather hold it. So 30. It's still 6. It's a C. C, I don't know. It's fine. Raindrop. Overall visual appeal, 14. Hair, a 2. Nails, a 3. Chewability, a 6. Divided by 5. A 5! Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. 5 to 6 is a D. Yes, teacher. You did well! You did well. Come visit me after class. I'll give you a kiss. Mora. Wait, no, that's not Mora. Hold on. Raindrop. Miracle. Dongulus? There we go. That's Dongulus. I flunked. No, you did well. You did well. Dongulus. Overall sex appeal. Visual appeal. It's a 17. Hair is a 3. Nails is a 5.5. Chewability is an 8. Yes, teacher. A 6.5. That's almost a B. It's a C. Shiro Kaminari. Kaminari Shiro. Overall visual appeal is an 18. Hair is a 1. Nails is a 6. Chewability is a 7.5. Not bad at all. Divided by 5. 6.5. Next one. Puckered prostate. Puckered prostate. Overall visual appeal for puckered prostate, it's a very decent 16. Hair is a 3. Nails, it's a 4. Chewability though, it's a 9.5. Damn. Minus 5. Divided by 5, sorry. 6.5. Wow. 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 Okay. Wow. Next one. Besser Wesser. Overall visual appeal is a 17. Absolutely very nice, beautiful hand. Hair, it's a 6. Nails is a 2. And chewability is a 3. But again, because I would much rather hold it. Divided by 5, that's a 5.6. That's a D, almost a C though. Wait, where are you? Wait, where? Oh, there it is. I was like, where the hell did it go? Frozen. Frozen. Overall visual appeal, it's an 18. Very nice. Hair is a 6. A little bit of hair, but very nice hair. Nails is a 2. Nails would be a 4 actually. I changed my mind. Overall chewability would be a 3, mostly because I would much rather hold the hand to see what it feels like. So that is divided by 5. 6.2, sir. A 6.2. No, teacher. What do you mean no? Sit down! Sit down! Sit down now! Sorry for screaming. It's late. Next one. Ablaze. Oh yeah, Ablaze has also 2 photos. Overall visual appeal for Ablaze is a 14. Very solid. Hair is a 5. Nails is a 3.5. And chewability is a 5. Divided by 5, it's a 5.5. More than decent. I'm standing up. Go to the principal! Now! You dirty, dirty boy. Dirty, dirty boy. Dirty, dirty boy. Where's the Boris Raindrop? We did that. Now it's Mora. Mora. Beautiful hand, Mora. Mora overall visual appeal is a 19. That's the highest yet. Hair is an 8. More than decent, very good. Nails, a 7. Very good. Chewability, an 8. That is the highest score yet, I think. Divided by 5. That's an 8.4. Holy moly, that's an A. That's an A right there. Our first A. Ruby. My Ruby Booby. Overall visual appeal is a 16. Very solid. Hair is a 4. Nails is a 4.5. And chewability is a 6. 30.5 divided by 5 is 6.1. Not bad at all. That's a C. C tier. Next one, Zeno the Bibino. Overall visual appeal, it's a 17. Very, very solid again. Hair is a 6. Nice ginger hair. Nails is a 2. Couldn't really see them. Overall chewability is a 9. 34 divided by 5. That's a 6.8. That is almost a B. That is super close to a B. Next one. God of Wisdom. My brand new viewer. Where is this one? Here. Sorry, I feel like my my throat is like very hoarse. So many C's. You suck as a teacher. What? My what? I will kill you. God of Wisdom. Overall visual appeal, it's a 10. The hair is a 3. The nails is a 2. Chewability, a 4.5. It's decent. 19 times 5 minus 5. That's a 3.9. That's the lowest yet. That is lower than D, but we put it in D regardless. Thank you for the hydrate. I keep drinking Red Bull. Maybe I should stop. It's late. Maybe I shouldn't drink any more Red Bull. Okay. Next one. Nui. Nui. I don't know who Nui is, but I hope they can be happy with their rating. So Nui, overall visual appeal, it's a 17. More than decent. Hair, it's a 5. Some very nice freckles there. Nails, it's a 3. And overall chewability, it's a 6. 31 divided by 5, a 6.2. That is a C. A C. Just bump everyone up a letter grade for the bonus paycheck. The students have no chance next year. Bonus paycheck? You're not gonna get any shit like that. Dyslexic. That one guy who is very dyslexic. Overall visual appeal, 16. Very decent, beautiful thumbs. Hair, it's a 5. Nails, it's a 9. Gorgeous nails. Chewability, it's a 6.5. Divided by 5. That is a 7.3. That is a B. That is a solid B right there. And the last one. Oh my god, everyone is in C. I am a horrible teacher. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm embarrassed. Leave me alone. Robot. Overall visual appeal. It's a 9.5, which makes it a 19. Hair. Hold on, let me cough. Ugh! Bribing the teacher. Sorry, I had to mute to cough. Hair. It's a 6. Nails. It's a 3.5. This 0.5 that I did with a lot of people probably also butchered the ratings. Should have done like 3 or whatever. Nails. It's a 3.5. Chewability. It's a 9. I will change that to 9.5. 9.5. It's an actual trigger of cute aggression. So, actually no. Let's leave it at 9. 9. 35 divided by 5. 7.5. That is a B. Not even my own boyfriend is a tier S. Mora is a higher tier than my own boyfriend. I hate him. An ugly hand. Okay, let me... hold on, let me bring my notes here again. Hold on. First one was Pixel, Eugen Kyle, and then was Dongeblush. Then Mora. Horus, Naruto, Raindrop, God of Wisdom. Okay. All of it is here. She makes like 1K a year. She's a teacher after all. Oh my god. Oh, 1K a year. You're not. If you make 1K a year, you're not alive, right? You cannot stay alive. One hand absolutely mocked everyone else. One hand to rule them all. Truly. Alright, there we go. This. Oh! Wait, what did I do? Why did I. Wait, what? What did I. What did I do? I messed something up. Did I? How did I do this? I changed these two. What? What did I do? Why did I do this? I don't understand what I did. What sort of profound unemployed activity is that? It's a donathon event stream. No need to be so insilly about it, hon. You moved the A, calm down. Yeah, but how did I do that? Get out of here. How did I move them? Yeah, this is a donathon reward stream where my community submit photos of their hands and I look at them and I rate them. So B wins. Wait, no, yes, this is A. How did I move it again? Am I stupid? This go how is this is A, this is B. Why is it B? A, B. What is happening in my life? A, B. God damn it. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, we are done. I didn't expect to last that long because I was like, I got in total like 21 submissions, so I was like, okay, this will 100% be a 1 hour stream. But I guess I yapped a lot, which I'm glad. I'm glad about because it's quite a simple stream idea. So I'm glad I made it a little bit more interesting with all my yapping. I will not answer that question about you being stupid. Hey, come on now. Come on now. It was a lot of yapping, yeah. I had fun. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, what did you think? Was this fun? Was this fun? I'm not tearing up my notes. I'm tearing up something else. My throat is completely fucked. Why is it so scratchy? Okay, let me take a screenshot of that so I can save it. Oh, one thing that we can do, I guess, is I will make a poll on Twitch real quick. Wanna see my hand and rate it? No, I don't want to see your hand. Okay. Alright. I just posted a poll on the Twitch chat. If you guys want to see my my own hand, let me know. I will leave it up for a bit. It's cute seeing how much you looked into hands. Yeah. I've been looking at the hand photos every like couple of days or so to see if anyone else, you know, if anyone new posted photos, but also just because I just like looking at hands. I know the answer. What answer? I had fun. I had fun. Oh my god, that scream again. I had fun once. I hated it. I had fun once. I hated it. Teacher Toonie was fun. Let's see. Let me see where I can pull a hand photo from. Ah, I know the answer to the poll question. You want to see my hand? Is that what you want to do? You want to look at my hand? You want to look at my hand? You nuked a server while I was at work. Wait, what? I did what? What did I nuke? What did I do? Toonie Yoshikage. I get that reference. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Alright. You're more than welcome to look at and judge my hand now. This is my hand. What do you think about my hand? There you go. Teacher Toonie gonna tell the parents of all the C and D hands so they get grounded. Call the parents. How did the fingers get hurt? This was the 18th of December. What did happen back then? I want to say a cat probably happened. Also have a bonus photo of me choking one of my cats. Nice tattoos, thank you. These are fake nails, actually. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about this one, but these all are fake. I can tell. Pooper catter. Pooper catter! I think I probably am struggling with some type of allergies. Because I don't know what's happening with my voice, my throat. The cat must have eaten the chicken. Very cute, very soft. Nice nails, even if fake. Easily deserves to be held. 8-tier minimum. Yay! Ah, this is not fair because I'm the streamer. You cannot say anything else. I'm sure a lot of people want to choke Hitler and never got the chance. Well, you can't. He is mine. He is my man. Hitler is mine. Yep, these are my hands. Thank you for looking at them. Thank you very much. Alright, well, I had a lot of fun today. I had a lot of fun. I was a little bit anxious about doing this stream. I'm not sure why. I guess because I wasn't sure if there was a way for me to make it a lot more exciting. Because I know a lot of people do like tier list streams, but I never know if it's interesting enough. Like, I don't know if I would watch a tier list stream. I would watch a tier list video, but a tier list stream, watching someone go through each photo and like talking and yapping for like forever. So hopefully I made it a little bit entertaining and not too yapping. I'm sorry to leave you alone so soon after I finished the raiding, but I've had no food today, and I really should make some food for myself. What I want to say for anyone who is here, I'm not gonna raid anyone today. I hope that's okay. I'm just gonna go offline. A couple of things I want to say before I leave, if you want to listen in. First of all, I have Google Forms open for a waifu and husbando, a fictional waifu and husbando review stream. So it will be the same type of idea like the stream I did today. I will look at the fictional waifus and fictional husbandos that you have submitted, and I will look at them. I will read a little bit about their personalities and rate them. And besides that, I just want to say that I will go on a break from streaming next Wednesday from the 8th to the 18th. So like for 10 days, max like 2 weeks, I will go on a streaming break while I travel to the US and stuff like that. I will celebrate Easter with my family, and then I will travel to the US. That's all the announcements I had to make. And thank you very much for linking my Google Forms, Frozen. You'll probably go to bed. I will eat food and then probably go to bed. Yeah. I think I will try to stream tomorrow and on Monday and on Tuesday. So yeah. I will see you tomorrow with another stream. Maybe something chill like Plants vs. Zombies, or I don't know, head patting me for 2 hours straight. I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's Orthodox Easter. Most people are celebrating Easter right now, but I'm celebrating it next week. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for the head pat. I had a really good time. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you for submitting your hands. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I had a really good time. Bye-bye. It was nice seeing you. Bye. Nice seeing you. Bye. Bye-bye. It was nice seeing you. Bye, everyone.